you glance, your everlasting light. Met your eyes, razor sharp, cut right through the crowd. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me and you will see. We are bound to be strangers in the night. Walk the walk, talk the talk, get me through the maze. Dazzled eyes shining bright, a never-ending space. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me and you will see. We are bound to be strangers in the night. Strangers in the night, strangers in the night.
Oh, wow, I just paused that like it was supposed to fade out or whatever. But hi, guys. Hello. Look, I did a new thing. My webcam isn't like super nice. So, it's kind of hard to do like green screen stuff. Hold on, I'm like trying to get my, there we go. There we go. Wow, we have a lot of people to thank here. Okay, wait, so, wow, okay. Wow. I just watched the producers the other day. Okay, Baked Potate, member for a whole freaking year. Look at you, thank you. We got Kira Keel, member for 17 months. That's amazing. Austin, member for 6 months. Harper, a member for 20 months. And Britt, look at you with 24 freaking months. Bruh, cool. That's legit. I love that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this because setting up a green screen is kind of... Oh, am I quiet? Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Check. Hey, is this better? Actually, yeah, it kind of looks like it's like... Hold on. Let me try to switch my mic. What if I do it this way? Is this any better? Wait, hold on. Well, how the heck do I... Hey, hold on, it's not letting me switch. Oh, this is better? Okay, all right. Well, if this is better, then we can just do it this way. Wow, yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so... Yeah, you guys turn me up, and then I'll turn the desktop audio down, so when I play a video, it won't be super loud. We'll have to get that all mixed. But otherwise, I sound okay. Good. Okay, good. Hi, Hi, Wendy, member for 7 months. Happy to have you. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this. Also, hold on. I don't know why I had my headphones like over my hair. Probably because it looked better, huh? Oh well. Yeah, so the white balance, it's not the white balance actually. I had to turn like the gamma up. Dude, I was farting around with this green screen for like an hour because I'm good to go. Okay, good. Yeah, because my webcam is like not super nice, so like it doesn't pick up like the green color very well, so I had to like color balance everything and blah 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 blah. Okay, anyway, y'all get it, y'all get it. Okay, so today the shenanigans are MONAT stuff. I have 3 videos to watch. One is from Stuart McMillan, who is the ex-president of MONAT. He is also suing MONAT. We read his lawsuit on one of my live streams of like a month ago or something. And then the other 2 videos I have are from Jay, who is Tony Van Schoik's husband. He's been spilling some tea. It looks like it does look like the I wish it was raining. Like, if I had this weather right now, I wouldn't be here. I'd be outside. It is nice though. So cozy. But anyway, yeah, so he's been spilling a bunch of tea and like dropping a bunch of truth bombs over on Instagram. So I wanted to watch through some of the stuff he's said and done in the past few weeks. So it's all just very, it's a lot. It's a lot. A rain and thunder falling asleep video. Ugh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, well, hey, I'm glad you guys are all here. Let's get going. Let's see. This one. Oh, whoa. Okay, things are messed up. Let me just, why is this? Okay, wait. I thought I had this all sorted out, but I do not, obviously, because here we are. And it sucks though, because the stupid chat box is still doing that thing from like, remember when I used to have the chat box on the screen like a bazillion years ago? It like only like updates every like few minutes, and then it'll like throw all of the, maybe I'll just get rid of it. I'll just get rid of the chat box. Yeah, I want to remove chat box. Okay. We'll just do that. That's good, huh? Okay. All right. Hey. Tony's husband's calling out people by name. He is, dude. Okay, hey, listen, baked potato. We need to be nice to Jay. Katie, thank you for being a member for 28 months. Oh, yeah. Send me all your thunderstorms. We had a thunderstorm last night, actually. It was really nice. Oh, my alert box is all messed up, too. And my mouse is, like, being stupid. What in the fart? Okay. Whatever. Wait, nope. That's not what it was supposed to do. You guys can't see what's going on. I'm just like freaking out. Yeah, so I will say that even though Tony Van Schoik has joined Amari, and, you know, Jay is obviously still pro MLM, his wife joined Amari and he seems very excited about it. And also in his newest video, he was going off saying like, oh, I'm just so happy for everybody who is, now it's way too high. Aaron, look at you becoming a member for how long? 16 months? Oh my god. And then Katie for 28 months? Damn. I keep getting so sidetracked. That's the issue with streaming. Okay. But yeah, we're on the same team as Jay because he's really spilling the tea on MONAT. So much drama. And he even like shouted out CC Suarez and like told people to go read the anti-MLM subreddit, which is really cool in my opinion. I think like just having that acknowledgement from someone who's so close in the MLM world, you know, I think that's a huge deal. So, all right. Anyway, yeah, let's watch this video first. This one was from like 2 weeks ago, and he goes off. Eclectic Mima, thank you for being a member for a whole heckin' year. He's spilling, but he's not any different. Yeah, but like, I'm not saying he's like a good guy because he got out of MONAT. I mean, I think he is a genuinely nice person. Tony's the one who's all wrapped up in this shit, and he just kind of goes along with it, in my opinion. Like, that's how I see it. But in general, like, he seems like a pretty chill guy. He seems like a nice guy, so, sorry, my children are downstairs with their dad. But anyway, we can press play. Please make sure you leave a lick on the stream, or a like. A lick or a like is fine. Calling MONAT a cult, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's great. The spirit of MONAT is trying to cease and desist this stream. Am I, like, cutting out or something? I hope not. Okay, anyway. This is a good video. I think we should all enjoy it. So, leave a lick on the stream. It's, French fry flavored today. Okay, here we go.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Happy Father's Day weekend.
How's
to all
this
the amazing
for
fathers out there.
volume mix?
It has a great deal of significance to me because I had a really
This is interesting. Julie Joe thinks that he's doing it to be manipulative and makes us think he's more anti-MLM than he is. I don't think he's anti-MLM at all. I think he's anti-MONAT. But you know what? At this point, I think, like, I'll take it, you know? I think the words that he's saying, the things that he's doing, okay, it's good, great. It is only furthering the cause on our end. To hear someone so close to the situation speak about his former company like this, the only thing is where I get caught up is that, you know, he's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm so happy that everyone left MONAT and went to a new MLM, basically. And, yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Oh, you suddenly feel like having french fries now? Go have some french fries. But it's also like being anti-MLM can, especially for people who are this involved in these companies, it's not an overnight thing. I don't think that Tony will ever stop doing MLM because, like, she's just so tied up in it. And I think he supports her with whatever she wants to do. But I don't know, like, maybe, not to, like, be like, oh no, JJ's wrong, but, like, I don't know, I don't see it that way, although I always, like, have a bad read on people. I always give people too much of the benefit of the doubt. But the fact that he shouted out Chelsea, though, is, like, enough for me to be like, whoa, you know? Vulpix Rising, thank you for the $2 doll hairs. He said that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, exactly. I've been going off about this for like 10 minutes, and that singular sentence basically does it for me. Like, I still follow Lindsay Elmore, who, she's actually an Amari too, but, she's the ex, thank you again, what was she? I don't know, she worked for corporate in Young Living, and, she like spilled a bunch of tea on them. So like, and I've been in DMs with her, and like, even though obviously like her and I don't align on the MLM thing, like we do align on the anti Young Living thing. So therefore I still follow her, because if she's got more tea to spill on Young Living, like, I'll take it. And same with Jay. If he's got more shit to say about MONAT, I'll take it. And I think we should all take it. Honestly, because I think it's just kind of more validation that everything we were saying about MONAT this entire time has been true. So anyway, Chucklehead Charlene, thank you for being a member for almost 2 years, 23 months. Look at you. What did Harper say? Harper always says the right thing. Tony makes too much money to quit MLMs. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And obviously he's benefiting from that too. So yeah, but anyway, okay.
really great father. My stepdad.
Yeah, this was on Father's Day.
He was one of the most significant people in my life. And I came into this whole fatherhood thing early when I was almost 40. Tony and I had reconnected. We were friends in high school.
I'm going to speed him up a little bit.
And we reconnected later on in life. And Catherine, our youngest, was my 40th birthday present, which was really cool. I thought that I never wanted to have kids.
Okay, that's too fast, huh?
No,
Okay, hold
Tony
on.
had Naomi, and she was 8 at the time. I adopted her when she turned 18. And in my family, this means everything to me. The girls are incredible. Tony's incredible, and my family of friends as well. So one of the things that's really been important to me over the years was male mentorship. There were some really significant people, men, in my life. I mentioned my stepdad. And one of the other amazing male mentors that I had in my life, and I know a lot of you had in your life over the past 10 years, was Stuart McMillan. For years and years, he was the heart and soul of
Sorry, that was
MONAT.
probably really loud.
And he was really,
Oh my god. Like, the way they are like constantly licking Stuart McMillan's butt. And I don't get it. I will never get it. Like, at one point, I don't know if it's this video or his other live, but he's like, Stuart is just the nicest guy in the world. And I'm sitting here like, okay, what about the time where he made an Instagram account to troll anti-MLMers? Like, literally, like, sling ad hominem attacks at all of us, like, all the time. And he was like, it wasn't Stuart, like, I mean, it was Stuart, we found out it was Stuart, but like, he didn't have his face on it or anything. Like, he was just like pretending to be a pro MLM troll or something. It's like, oh yeah, he is so just he's just the nicest ever. And it's like, oh my god, like, nice people don't make troll accounts to go like snark on people and like throw ad hominem attacks at people. Like, that's not a nice thing to do. That's an insecure, like, sad thing to do, especially for a 60-year-old guy. But anyway, yeah, let's just all lick Stuart McMillan's butt.
impactful with me getting involved in the business with Tony. I never really thought that I wanted to do this with her. And then once we started working on it together, it was because of him. He brought me into this. And all those events that he came to of ours. And
Nicest guy compared to who? The devil? Dude, I think Satan's probably even cooler than Stuart McMillan.
everything that he did for everybody just really, you know, it was so, not just impactful, but he's just such a wise guy. And one of the things that's just really,
Did he just say that about Stuart McMillan? He just said Stuart McMillan is a wise guy? Because, like, that's kind of an insult, right? When you hear people like, hey, wise guy, like, what are you doing over there, wise guy? Who are you looking at? Like, that kind of, you know what I mean? Make me smile. Thanks for being a member for 4 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't understand the obsession with Stuart either. I don't think that he's a nice guy. I don't think he's the guy that these people say he is. But they would be like, oh, well, I knew him. You didn't know him. You didn't know him personally. I knew him. And it's like, okay, well. It is kind of creepy, huh, Monica? Yeah.
made me really disgusted over the past couple of months is how all those other people that he helped, how quickly they threw him under the bus. Oh, and there's some very
Define helped, right?
specific people that did it. And it's just kind of shocking to me after he went to their houses for their events, after he traveled all around the world for them, that they were so quick to just cast him aside. Now, I should say, like I always say, these
I mean, it's a cult, Jay. What do you expect? This is what they all do. You and Tony probably did the same shit at one point too, when you came across an anti-MLM account and was just like talking shit. I don't know. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I heart Sora. Ooh, like Kingdom Hearts. That's what's up. All right. It doesn't. Elizabeth said, no, lick the stream. It doesn't taste like Stewie's rear. Well, that's good. I don't know what Stewie's rear tastes like, but holy shit. HNNY, honeymoon maybe? HNNYMN. Thank you for that very generous super chat. I really appreciate it. It says Savannah plus Pop-Tart equals, I don't know. What is that first emoji? Is that someone like lifting weights? And then a lollipop and a cupcake. Thank you. I appreciate it.
thoughts and these things I'm about to say are my opinion. They may or may not be true, but they're my opinion. And I'm not presenting them as fact. With that said, I was in the SED chat the day that Stewart's lawsuit dropped. And the spew that came out of all of them was nauseating against Stewart. Every one of those people he helped. Jessica Shoney, I'm thinking about you right now. You were the very first one to, oh, I'm so disappointed. I had my doubts. Bullshit.
You had your doubt. Wait, they had their doubts about what? About, well, I know they're talking about Stuart McMillan, but like, you had your doubts that Stuart was gonna sue them? Like, or that Stuart wasn't, like, they're just like, oh, I thought Stuart would just kind of like leave graciously and never cause any issues. It's like, well, allegedly, you know, if MONAT was like not money laundering, well, some people say it's money laundering, and then other people were saying it was fucking not extortion. What is it called? Embezzlement. Whatever it is, if it were me and the company I worked for was like, yeah, whatever profits we make, like, you'll get a percentage or you'll get this bonus based on our profit numbers, and then they like artificially, allegedly mess with those numbers so they could pay you less, like, yeah, I would do what Stuart did too. Like, clearly, dude. 1:50 a.m. in Poland. Oh, this guy, Dara, and to anyone else who just joined, thank you again for that super chat. That's so kind. Anyone just jumping in, this guy is Tony Van Schoik's husband, and he's been going on a tirade against MONAT on Instagram, and it's fabulous. And then after this video, we're gonna watch a Stuart McMillan live. So this one is still another like 20 minutes long, but still.
Y'all were just following the herd, trying to get Venezuelan brownie points, and you know.
Oh, that's right, the Venezuelan brownie points. I remember because I did watch this when it came out. It's because the Urdaneta family who runs MONAT, they're all Venezuelan, I'm pretty sure. So I think that's what he means by Venezuelan brownie points, which, like, that's a good one. That's a good one, Jay. He has some, I don't want to say bangers, like, he has some really good one-liners. Fraud, yeah, it would be fraud, no matter whatever it is, whether it's embezzlement or what, money laundering, it's fraud either way. So yeah, for these cult members to be like, oh, I thought Stuart was just gonna like leave graciously and not cause anyone any problems. It's like, wouldn't you though? Like, if your place of work did to you what they did to Stuart, like, you wouldn't let it go, especially if you're making millions of dollars. Like, please, come on. But yeah, it is frustrating because, like, you just know, that this guy has like said and done a lot of stuff in defense of MONAT in the past that probably wasn't as well informed as it should have been, I guess. But hey, I mean, better late than never, right?
And it just blows my mind how someone that could do so much is so quickly cast aside. Think about all the MONATions that y'all ever went to. Think about any event that you ever went to. Think about anything that Stuart was at. He wasn't over behind the velvet rope waiting for you to come over and see him and genuflect and bend the knee. He was out there working the crowd, making sure that everybody felt included. That's what a leader does. That's what anybody does with the team.
Okay, first of all, Lucy in the Sky with Dementia, thank you for the super chat. Love you, girl. You were an inspiration for starting my own anti-MLM channel. You did? Oh, that's so great. I'll have to check it out because I know I've seen your name in the chat a lot. So it'll be really nice to see what kind of stuff you're doing. That's awesome. I love that. Miss CJ, you'd make the earth shake. Exactly. Like, even if it is working for an MLM, you know, Stuart was a corporate employee. So, like, he was on their payroll and they were still artificially, like, decreasing the amount of bonuses that they were paying to him, allegedly. So, yeah, to me, I'm just like, Stuart is justified in what he's doing. And, of course, leave it to the cult to be like, oh, I can't believe he's doing this. Like, wow, what a betrayal to us and MONAT. It's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, I feel like Jay has been all over anti-MLM YouTube for the past few weeks. Well, for good reason. He's going off.
From Michigan. Go Blue. Bo Schembechler.
Nerd.
Famous football coach. It's about the team, the team, the team. It's not about Rolls Royce, Bo, look at me and my Fendi. It's not about that at all. It's about what you can bring to the table.
Says the guy who made $15 million from an MLM, but okay.
And how you can include people, and how you make them feel about themselves, and how you can inspire them. That's what a leader does. So on this weekend of, Father's Day weekend, and thinking about my mentors and what has been impactful for me, that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about everything that's happened to him and how unfair that is, and I just can't wait for all the truth to come out. Because that's what makes all these videos so easy, and that's what makes talking about this all so easy, is that it's the truth. I don't script any of this. It's the truth. You never have to worry about what you're saying if it's always the truth. Something else very impactful has happened over the last couple of weeks is there's been a lot of people reaching out, thanking me for doing these videos, and you're welcome. I thank you for your support. But
I have to also say thank you because I do think, you know, despite, you know, some people might think that he's trying to manipulate people, and like I don't really know what he would have to gain from manipulating the anti-MLM movement, though. You know what I mean? Like, what does he have to gain from that? Because it's not like any of us are gonna go join his team. See him as the type of guy to like care how many people like it. Like, Stuart McMillan cares who likes him. I don't know that Jay does. Jay doesn't give me those vibes, but then again, apparently I'm a terrible judge of character because I give too many people the benefit of the doubt. Oh, thank you. Okay, Sarah says embezzlement is theft of money from a business or employer, and money laundering is concealing the source of money obtained from illegal activities. Yeah, so I don't know why or what that would fall under then. It's just fraud in general, I guess. That's just the best way to put it. Dara said Stu knew it was all a scam. Why was he surprised that he was scammed? Not only that, but like he went with it for like a decade. He went along with it and didn't say anything until the Urdanettas kind of started like shitting all over him. Like, I guess that is an important thing to remember too, is that like even through all of this, if things were still good in MONAT, Tony would not have left, you know? Jay would still be a MONAT husband, you know? So there are a lot, it's not a surface level thing. Like, it goes beyond, like, there's a lot of like critical thinking involved in like actually listening to and appreciating MLM distributors and their words. Does that make sense? There's like nuance there that has to be considered also.
this notion somehow that Tony and I have turned against the company and all that's bullshit. The company turned against us. The company turned against us a long time ago. They didn't want Tony in leadership. The Urdanettas didn't want Tony around, and they made it very clear. So the first opportunity they had, this is what happens. And all that will unfold, lawsuits and things and stuff. But the other thing that's really been surprising to me, well, I shouldn't say it's surprising, because liars never really surprise me. Most liars lie out of fear, right? And all of these leaders and directors in MONAT right now talking about this visionary founders pool like it's all some sort of second coming of whatever. Holy praise God. Hey, everybody.
Oh shit. Oh no, I fucked it up. Hold on. Where were we? Hold on.
I'm sorry. Natalie Richard, just mind-blowing and boggling to me.
Of
these leaders didn't want Tony around, and they made it very clear.
We watched this
So the
part.
first opportunity.
What was I gonna say? I tried to pause it and fucked it up because I was gonna say, oh yeah, the founders shares. So if you guys didn't know, that was a long hair that just fell off my head. If you guys didn't know, MONAT, they have done this before where they're like, it's almost like they release it as a promotion, and they're like, if you join MONAT today, and if you rank up to this specific rank by this specific date, then you will get a founder share. And it's not like a share in the stock market, not like a traditional that kind of thing. It's more of, so like they take the profits or that MONAT brings in, and I think they do it quarterly. So say, just to make it easy, let's say MONAT brought in $10 million in a quarter. Well, I hope they don't do that much anymore, but maybe they do. Okay, so $10 million in a quarter. They would take that $10 million and take 1% of it. So what would that be? Not wait, would it be 100,000? Yeah, I guess no, 100. I'm stupid. Because 10% of 10 million is 1 million. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, like, they would take that 1% of money and then divvy it out equally between each share. So, like, yeah. It's useless. It really is. I will say that him making these videos probably isn't a great idea while they're in the middle of a lawsuit with Monet. I agree, it's definitely messy, but like I love it. We love to see it. Anyway, so the founder shares, yeah. So it's like not necessarily that much money. It's not that many people who like get to that rank to get the founder share. I've seen like some of Detective Lovey. She's an Instagram account that I follow that I love. She's always spilling the tea on Monet. She was posting some, actually a lot of stuff of some of the distributors being like, oh yeah, it'll probably be an extra like $40,000 in your paycheck. And it's like, bitch, where are you getting that? Because no, there's no way. Oh yeah, Chelsea did make a video explaining the whole founder share thing. So if you guys, I obviously can't explain things well, but Chelsea can. So definitely go watch her video on it if you want more information. But yeah, so they did this before in the past. I think so many people, so many of these founder share people left, and now they're doing it again. They use it as an incentive to recruit. So that's what they're all pushing right now. They're like, there's this amazing opportunity, this incredible founder share, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's really just a big fat nothing burger. And actually, I think Jay might say in this video, if not his other live, something like, oh yeah, the payout was only like a couple $1,000s for a quarter. So it's just kind of like pocket change to them. So yeah. Let's press play.
They had, this is what happened.
It's rewound a little bit, sorry.
Lawsuits and things and stuff. But the other thing that's really been surprising to me, I shouldn't say it's surprising, because liars never really surprise me.
I think, hold on, I need to go a little further up.
Visionary founders pool. Like it's all some sort of second coming of whatever. Holy praise God. So fucking far from the truth. Oops, I said fuck, I'm sorry. Tony told me not to swear, but you know, the whole thing is just mind-blowing and
But see, that's the energy we're here for, Jay. We love it. We love to see it. Say fuck more. Don't listen to what Tony says. Tony doesn't know. Tony don't know shit. Say fuck.
to me how much they're lying about what it is. And
oh, Cat's Meow said the pool is 1% of commissionable volume, so it's not even 1% of profit anymore. See, yeah, that just sounds like nothing, dude. It sounds like just bullshit. Just bullshit.
my favorite lie that I saw recently, now this shows you how serious I was about this. I actually printed out the lie.
Ooh.
I don't usually do that.
Boomer energy.
This lie was from former corporate employee. Now, I don't actually know if she has a title, maybe MM. I don't think she's a director. Natalie, I might botch this name, I'm sorry. Natalie Richardson, I think is how you pronounce that. So her math on this is regarding the new founders pool. The best breakdown I've seen is blah, 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 blah. Saying that the shares were gonna be 30,000 each per quarter.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
more, when they get to $1 billion, that gave me chills. Did that give you chills? Monat's never been $1 billion company. The most it ever did was 800 million. Right now, it's barely a $300 million company. In fact, on one of the early director calls this year, when they said that they had paid out 40 million in commissions, if you do the math on that, that makes Monat maybe a little over a $200 million company.
Yikes.
Sucks to be them, huh? But no, that's not even close to what it is. It's 1%.
A working printer? Fancy. I know. I think we have 2 printers in this house too, and neither of them work. That's so funny. Yeah, so he was just saying, and I saw someone in the chat say, oh, it was J9 Yost. Sorry, I like botched that. But yeah, they said, hasn't their revenue been going down though? Yes, it has. I think 2021 was the year that they were 800 million. And since then, all of the Monet reps have been like, yeah, Monet is going to be $1 billion company next year. I'm pretty sure Angela Sumner was even saying that shit. It never like after the $800 million year, it just went. So now, like what Jay was just saying, they're barely like a $2 million company, which, yeah, that's a big slope to have gone down. I love that. Erica, oh my god, he swore, how ungodly, I'm clutching the fuck out of my pearls. Fat kitty, he looks funny on the green screen. You guys can see her little stupid tail. she like, I think she's just over grooming it. So like she's losing hair on it. And it's just got a little oh man, you messed up my keying. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. It's fine. It's fine. I was gonna say something else. I just forgot. Oh, I was correct. 1% of 10 million is 100,000. Okay, there we go. I can math. I love how he can't pronounce common last names. Did he fuck that up? That's funny. Oh man, I forgot what my other thought process was, but okay, I'll just keep going.
Commissionable volume or revenue, however you want to word it. Look at the legacy founder shares. Look at them. It's the same pool. A 1% CD pool and a 1% CD pool. The legacy founder shares pay out roughly $5,000 a piece. And that's with 53 remaining legacy founders in that pool. Think about that for a second. They're down, I think there was 100 at one time. 53 legacy founders are still in the pool. I mean,
so almost half of the people who had founder shares, which, need I remind you, was supposed to be like a lifetime thing. That was the whole like, we're MONAT lifers. I have these founder shares. I'm going to be getting shares from MONAT for my whole life. As long as MONAT exists, I will keep getting shares of their profits. I'm so sorry. But so, oh my God, I got distracted by a child. What was I saying? That thought is just gone. It's gone. It went to over grooming is a stress signal. I'm sure Kitty's okay, but I wanted to point out. Yeah, and like I thought maybe allergies, but like she's not losing hair on the rest of her body at all. It's just on her tail. So I don't know.
It's almost 50 of the people quit.
Oh.
Or were terminated, right?
That's what I was going off about. How people were saying that they were lifers and stuff, and so now they're bringing this back again because half of the people that had founder shares left, which interestingly enough, wouldn't that mean that the 50 people who are left are getting like higher payouts? Well, I guess it wouldn't if the revenue's going down. They're getting a higher percentage each. So like, also, wouldn't you want it to like, wouldn't you not want more people to rank up to the founder share rank so that if you have a founder share, then you get more of a share of the commissionable volume, you know? So I'm a lifer, exactly. Yeah, it's all just very sad. This is, oh no, it's over here, driving me crazy.
But this math, Natalie, that ain't math. That's not math. That's conspiracy. That's fraud. That's an FTC violation. That's an income claim that your Buckeye ass cannot back up.
Your Buckeye ass.
It's not what...
I love that. And so I don't know why he calls her that, but like there's a town in Arizona called Buckeye, and I'm like, is she from Buckeye? Who the fuck lives in Buckeye? No one cares. Anyway, I don't know why he calls her that. Kate, thank you for being a member for 16 months. It is a clusterfuck. It truly is.
Anybody is saying that it is. It's just a 1% commissionable volume pool. Those shares are going to be worth the same that the legacy shares are worth because you got a 1% pool over here, you got a 1% pool over here. So whatever this legacy founders group is, it's a great barometer for what this is going to be per share. Now at 53 people and they're each making, I think our last payout was $5,300 per share. It's not ever going to be 30,000 a share.
And like you guys were saying, it's commissionable volume and not just profit, so it's probably even less. Like if you're gonna say that the last shares that they got paid out from the legacy founder pool was $5,300, and that was based on the entire profit that MONAT was bringing in, and now you're saying it's commissionable volume, it's probably gonna be significantly less than that. Oh, a Buckeye is someone from Ohio? I don't fucking know. Oh, because of the college there. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. Thank you for knowing things.
That's a complete and total lie. And you all know it. All the directors, all the leaders that are putting this out there, I feel horrible for their team because that's not what it is. And the legacy founders have 53 people that are in it. This new visionary founders pool is designed to get that middle rank in there. You're getting all your MMs in there, right? How many people are going to be in the pool? If you're saying that there's only going to be 100 people in the pool, that means that you're already saying the company is going down the tubes and you can only come up with 100 people for the pool, right? What's the logic in that? It's like the same thing as what was the logic in when they're rolling out the program that you have Ray and Luis pull up to someone's house in their leased Rolls Royces? That really sends a great message, doesn't it?
Is he saying that like it's a insult to lease a vehicle if you're rich? I don't know. I've never leased a vehicle. I always like buy them and pay them off with a loan every time I've ever had to do it. But I know leasing is a thing. It's cheaper than like monthly payments if you were to buy it outright, right? Is that what he's saying? It is very boomery, huh?
And then the other day, Ray's at the distribution center, and he's talking about the importance of the founders pool while he announces a flash sale. Think about the illogical intent of that, right? That flash sale disrupts the commissionable revenue and volume going into the pool. So you're announcing another flash sale for people not to get paid on and revenue that ain't going to the founders pool. How fucking stupid is that? That's just illogical.
I'm sorry, I love this part of Jay. I love to see Jay like this. I love to see him worked up. When he says fuck, it hits in a different way because, you know, he's like a churchgoer Jesus type, you know? Loves Jesus. Also, apparently loves to say the word fuck. I love that.
And then all the other times that this message from the company has just been eroded with things that are illogical. Ever since Stewart left, there's just been this black hole of nothingness. And I feel bad for
Rich people typically lease so they can switch cars often. See, that makes more sense. But like Jay said it like it was an insult. But I'm poor, so what do I know?
that's there. I really do. A lot of them, some of them, a lot-ish, I can still consider friends, but it's mind-boggling to me, the ineptitude that goes into this mismessaging. It's horrible. And then trying to explain it away that somehow we don't know what we're doing. Let's go to another. Oh, and by the way, when y'all say this stuff online in your chats and Telegram, do you really think that everyone's not going to see it? I mean, there's this thing these days that, I mean, it's going to blow your mind. I call it the internet. You can pretty much find anything on there, right? And so...
Dude, okay. I mean, he's right, but like, this is shit that like we've been saying for a long time because like we always get sent these private videos and these group chat screenshots and stuff, and it's like we've always say like, why do you guys really think that we're not gonna like become privy to your sketchy behavior in one way or another? Because we are. Like, one person in that group chat or that Facebook group or somebody is gonna be like, ooh, this is too fucked up, I gotta go send this to an anti-MLM. Also, oh, she does love me. Oh, I love her too. Look at what I found at Five Below. It's a fidget toy that looks like Pippi. Of course I bought it. So it like the tongue, oh sorry Pip, that scared her. The tongue goes out and then it retracts. I'm gonna hold it while it retracts so it doesn't scare Pippi. But yeah, it's just like you could go bloop, press the button, bloop, 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 bloop. It's fun. Jay just discovered the interwebs. That's so funny, dude. Because he probably did.
Still shaking my head with this one. I might botch this name again, too. I think this is Ann Fisher? Maybe?
How do you not know how to pronounce Fisher? Also, yeah, we have eyes and ears everywhere. Yes, we do. And we have had eyes and ears everywhere for years, and people still keep continuing to say sketchy shit, thinking that the anti-MLMers are never going to hear about it. Like, we pretty much always do.
As far as the visionary founders pool, they must not know what they are talking about, which is understandable since none of them are with MONAT any longer. Huh? The FAQs are out there in the wild. Anybody can find them and read them. Apparently none of y'all have. Apparently y'all have been doing your butter recipes and stuff and haven't given a shit about what the actual truth is.
Butter recipes? I know they're all doing like sourdough, but I didn't know they were all like churning their own butter. What the hell?
And I feel sorry for your teams, and I feel sorry for the people under you. I feel really bad for everyone that keeps sending us messages. You know, what the hell's going on? What is actually going on? I don't know. It feels like they're trying to intentionally blow up the company, to me. And to that end, another thing has happened over the past couple of weeks. I've been in touch with a couple of amazing people.
Hold on, I'm making
First one's
myself
Angelique.
bigger.
I'm going to put her
Oh, God.
Instagram in the comments because she's been fantastic. Angelique, I'm going to put...
Okay, listen, we don't support Angelique here. If you don't know who she is, I have videos about her when this all went down, but she basically got terminated from MONAT after Christina Smallwood, like, bullied the shit out of her. Yeah, so she got terminated. She went on, like, Chelsea's channel. She went on Roberta Blevins' podcast and, like, started talking to anti-MLMers, and then they just fired her. They terminated her or whatever, which was pretty fucked up. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt for a while because, like, I think she has a really great personality, but if you get triggered by, like, anti-trans, anti-LGBT stuff, or, like, super, like, Christian nationalism and shit, don't look at anything Angelique does because she's very problematic. She comes off as a cool person, but she has some really fucked up views and stuff. So we don't stan her here. That's cool if you want to stan her. She has been spilling tea about the whole MONAT thing lately as well, as far as I've heard. So I don't know. I just can't support her. I think her views are really, really toxic. So, but anyway, here's Jay talking her up. Wow, what a great person.
What's your last name? I apologize. Angelique left MONAT a few years ago. She was one of the first to call into question a lot of the hair loss.
She didn't leave, she got terminated. But anyway, also she was not one of the first people to call out into question the hair loss thing. Like, there were news stories and shit all over mainstream media about the hair falling out thing, like, years before Angelique got terminated. So anyway,
and those things back then, and you know, the labels and the sales and all that stuff. And
she does. She loves Ron DeSantis, and I know at one point I remember her posting, like, back when I still followed her, she, like, posted some clip of him, like, talking about some shit, and she's like, when can I elect this man president? I'm like, what? Yeah, she did get fired live on Roberta's podcast, yeah. I thought it was supposed to be your own business. How can you get fired? You know, just normal MLM things. Angelique is an asshole, in my opinion, and I guess in Tanya's opinion, too. So, it sucks, because I really wanted to support her, but, yeah, she went and joined Q Sciences, too, after she left MONAT, which was just stupid. It's like, have you learned nothing? And then she left, like, right after that, but anyway. Oh, yeah, there were lawsuits about the hair loss and stuff, but no, it was Angelique who started questioning it first, right? Whatever. Does he ever say anything about Tony saying they were FDA approved? No, of course not. But, you know, he would probably just say, oh, well, Tony's Tony and I'm Jay, and I can't control what Tony says. I don't know.
He was treated horribly. She got thrown under the bus and just ran over a bunch of times. But in that, it gave her conviction to try and talk to more people about things, not just in MONAT, but other companies. And it's been great reconnecting with her. So I thank her for her friendship. I'm really glad that we connected. And also the other one too that I really want to point out right now is Cece Suarez. Chelsea's done a lot of videos that you might not think that I would like. Some of them, you know, it is what it is. But you can find her on Instagram, find her on YouTube, watch her videos. She did a great deep dive into all the founders pools, and it's a fantastic video.
See, the fact that he is, like, shouting out Chelsea, to me, that's what tells me that, like, he has a brain in his head, you know? He's not just, like, a mindless cult member, like a mindless multi-level marketing distributor, which, I mean, he is in MLM still, as far as I understand. Like, I know that Tony joined Amari. I'm sure he has an account with Amari, too. So, like, he's not perfect. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Harper, according to Angelique, I don't exist because I'm agender. Yeah, yeah, I remember the, oh, she joined Bomb Party? What the fuck? Can you not? Angelique wants to join Olive Tree people, but no one wants her because she isn't trustworthy to keep their chats quiet. Well, yeah, I mean, look at what happened. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh, Kathleen, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Oh, yeah, the anti-choice thing, yeah, because I remember her posting that, too. She did have some, like, I connected with her on, like, infertility stuff because, like, I went through it, too. We both had, like, pretty late-term, like, miscarriages and stuff, so, like, I can understand, not that I agree with it at all, like, I'm absolutely pro-choice, but I understand why, like, after going through what she went through and not having a baby afterwards, like, she's kind of traumatized by all that stuff, so, like, I understand why she would be like, how dare anyone kill their baby, even though it's not that, obviously, but, like, yeah, anyway, sorry, we can stop talking about Angelique. Sis tells me he knows exactly what they're doing and knows the financial devastations it causes to people they recruit. Yeah, right, yeah. So the issue here is where these people will leave an MLM or be terminated or whatever and be like, all these things, here's my story, here's all this shit that happened to me, they're terrible, don't support them, blah, blah, blah. But then they'll go join another MLM expecting it to be different, and it's never different. So, that I think is where his line is, and it takes time to get over that, you know? And unfortunately for him, his wife is, like, highly respected in the MLM industry, so, like, I don't think she'll ever leave, and therefore he will always have to be a kind of supporter of MLMs. Unless, like, some crazy shit goes down with Amari, too, and then maybe they'll get the hint, but, like, I don't think so. You know, money talks. Money definitely talks for these people, and they're gonna stay in it as long as they're making it. So, the thing I don't like about Jay is because he called Chelsea a liar when she posted Monat's numbers. But he was brainwashed back then. I don't know. To me, what I'm seeing here with Jay is somebody who, whoa, can look back, like, hindsight's 2020 and be like, oh yeah, okay, these anti-MLMers were right when they were posting all this stuff about Monat. The part where it really starts to suck is where they just go join another MLM and expect it to be different and expect it to be totally ethical, and it's like, no, because none of them are. And then the other thing is, too, is that, especially with Monat right now, everyone is joining basically the same companies. It's either Olive Tree people, Amari, or I think LifeWave is another one a lot of them went to. So you're literally leaving one company with a bunch of people also leaving the company and going to the same company and expect all this not to happen again. You're joining a company with the same fucking people, you know? It's not run by the same people. It's not run by the Urdanettas, but it's still run... I mean, it's still the organization and the people, like, you still have the same coworkers, basically, is what I'm saying. It's like, so you're going to expect the atmosphere to change because you're not in Monat, now you're with a different company? It's like, it just doesn't work like that. That's not what happens. Yeah, Amari does suck. Dude, yeah, Amari has all of its own issues. They call themselves the mental wellness MLM, or the mental health MLM, or company, or something like that, which is really predatory and terrible and gross and nasty. It keeps people off of their prescribed medications, and it convinces people that they don't need those medications. All they need is this fucking happy juice, and it's just, that's dangerous. Obviously, Amari would come out and say, oh, we never told our people to advertise it that way, but it's like, but they know what's happening and they're not doing anything to stop it, I guess, is basically what I'm saying. So I really hope he's in the process of deconstructing his MLM beliefs as a whole. I may be too optimistic. Lawrence, that's how I feel about this too. Like, I know I'm too much of an optimist when it comes to giving people the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe that people have true intentions. I want to believe that people like Jay are, like, good people who have a brain in their head, who can see all this. I just don't, I think our life circumstances are different than his because he's married to Tony Van Schweik, you know? So, oh yeah, yeah. Amari targets people with dementia, but also, I mean, depression and anxiety and ADHD and autism and stuff. Like, it's really messed up. So, the fact that they join Amari, I'm not going to say the product doesn't work. I've never tried the product, but I can only imagine it's not nearly as effective as those medications that are prescribed by respectable physicians, you know? Okay.
And you might question why I would become friends with the anti-MLM people. It's not that. It's not about the anti. Whenever you're anti something, you're usually trying to find the truth. And isn't that what we all want? Isn't, at the end of the day, don't we all just want to know the truth? Isn't that what all this is about? Is where's the truth? What are we actually saying?
I don't know if that's true, Jay. I don't think saying that you're anti something means that you're looking for the truth. We know the truth. We're sharing the truth so that other people can learn the truth as well and then not fall victim to these companies. Like, we already know the truth, you know? So I don't think you're right about that, Jay. See, I think that's the definition that he came up with in order to justify to himself that it's okay that they're still in network marketing. They're just not in MONAT anymore. Like, I don't know. I think it's like a protection, like a defense mechanism for him to like be saying stuff like this, you know? You know what I mean?
If you're going to say that, you know, all these things are going to happen, you need to prove it, right? ISO 9000. If you've ever done a quality assurance or quality management project or program or anything,
Thank
you
you,
know
Steph.
that
That's so
ISO
sweet.
9000 is about doing what you say, right? It's the backbone of engineering and any business. If you're going to do quality audits, you need to prove that you're doing what you said you're going to do in your quality program, in your quality assurance program. And that's what all this is about, holding people accountable for what they're saying. And right now, a few of us, thank God, are trying to hold MONAT accountable for all the lies and all the bullshit that's going on right now.
See, and this is why I respect Jay, because I do, despite the fact that, you know, I don't agree with how he and his wife make his money, I don't agree with them joining another MLM, I do respect him for speaking out in the way that he is. And for dropping the F-bomb so much, because we love to see a Christian do that. If I'm anti-drugs, it doesn't mean I'm trying to figure out if they're bad for me. Yeah, oh, polychrome, that's a good point. That's a good way to put it, yeah. No, I mean, the truth is very blatant, pretty obvious, so. Yeah, Dara, he praised Chelsea after being against her. But to be fair, he was against all of us. And so was Stuart McMillan. I'm convinced that Stuart McMillan still is against all of us, but I know that Detective Lovey said that he was lurking her stories on Instagram, like on his real account. So he's definitely watching what we're doing and saying about MONAT. I hope Stu just retires and doesn't ever fuck around with MLM shit anymore. He certainly has enough money to fuck off and never join join another MLM or create his own. Like, that's something that no, we're talking about psychedelics now. Don't get me started.
And another person that I want to say kudos to is Kendall. Kendall walked away from everything because Kendall's got a backbone. Kendall realized what's going on. It's her story to tell. I'm not going to say anything other than that, other than love her. She's always been wonderful. It's Tony and I. Love her husband, Tyler. They have the cutest kids in the world. And I'm just really happy for her and for them that on Father's Day weekend of all times, they're able to rally and go forward. So kudos to Kendall for all of what she's gone through, about to go through.
I don't know who Kendall is. Who is he talking about? I guess whatever. It's annoying to hear him say, like, oh, this person left because she has a backbone. First of all, I mean, I don't know who this person is he's talking about, so maybe she got terminated. But also, it's like, this stuff has been going on for years. So, like, if you had a backbone, wouldn't you have left a long time ago? She's like, oh yeah, I have a backbone because I like but the moment I realized this shit was happening, I left. And it's like, it sounds to me like the moment your check started going down, you started questioning things because you weren't making as much money anymore. But that's just my opinion.
And I just want her to know that I support her in them, and we support her in them no matter what. And so I'm sorry, I'm already at like almost 20 minutes. I need to start writing some of this down. I don't ever script any of these things, so.
I don't know who Kendall is.
See, you're right, Amanda. They claim the comp plan hasn't changed, but it has. You know, one of the things that we've become aware of over the past couple months with lawyers and things getting involved is, again, my opinion, the policies and procedures have been changed numerous times over the past few years. They were changed in April. They were changed a couple years ago. And one of the changes that they put in the policies and procedures was that they didn't have to notify the field of the changes. All this is legal. All of this is being reviewed. All of this is just so highly unethical. You don't value your field enough to tell them the truth. You don't value the field to tell them that you're changing things. It just goes back to that velvet rope that they've always sat behind.
Yeah, but like, to be fair, every MLM is like that though. Like, they're all gonna just like not tell their organizations when things are changing. They're just gonna do it, and they're allowed to. It's written in their policies and procedures. On the shit that you sign when you sign up with them, every single one of them will say something like, we reserve the right to change policy and procedure, whatever, whenever we want. Like, yeah, they're always gonna do that.
Every event that I was ever at, all the elite trips that I was on, all the everything I was ever on, they just distanced themselves from everyone, expecting everyone to come to them like royalty, right? That's not the way this is supposed to be. That's not the way. Where's their gratitude? There's something else we all ought to talk about one of these days, is the gratitude stuff. What is that? What sort of mental malfunction do you have to expect everyone to come to you? You should be going to them. They're the ones that are paying for your lease.
I don't think it's a mental malfunction. It's just like an ego trip, I think, is what it is.
Rolls Royce. Those are the ones that are paying for the boat that no one knows what the bathrooms are at. That's what you do. And that's what Stewart always did. That was the great thing about that guy, was he always made everyone feel included. And as more of this comes out from his lawsuit, I just pray that he has some sort of closure on this, because it really is upsetting to see what the main person that was the backbone of the company, it just sucks to see what he's been through. Right, Amanda? Thank you for pointing that out. You're an insurance broker. You get a detailed commission reporting. So I want to show you guys something. That's a lighthouse. You know how Stewart is in the lighthouses?
God.
And
Not
we're
the
on Instagram,
lighthouse
so it's going
shit.
to be backwards. I'm going to read it to you. It's Tony and Jay. Lighthouses to so many. May your light keep shining. All right, that's from February of 22, from Stewart and his amazing wife, Deb.
Stewart's shit with lighthouses is so cringe to me, and I don't know why. I think it's probably because, like, there's a church that, like, I used to have friends that used to go to out here called Lighthouse, so, like, maybe that's why I, like, associate it, but it's, like, it just seems very, like, holier than thou to always, like, be someone like Stewart who just, like, ties himself to lighthouses. He's always, like, be the lighthouse. Everyone calls him a lighthouse. Like, it's pretty weird, actually. What a stand-up guy that Stewart is. Harm reduction is where it's at for sure. Yeah. Oh my gosh, why don't you marry Stu already? Get a room. Rachel, thank you for the super chat. Not too sure what to put here, but hi, I love your work. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. I cannot with the Stewart worship. They do all worship Stu. They all do. And it's cringe.
And I'll bet you that there are a lot of other people in the company that got stuff like that from Stewart. I don't remember getting anything from the Venezuelans. I'm going to look through my visitor's log. The only time they were ever here to my house was when it suited their purpose.
Champagne
when
hand.
we had a housewarming party down here.
If someone gave me that artwork, I'd assume they hated me. No, it's like a term of endearment in MLMs and also in religious circles. Genevieve Hebert Carr, member for 1 month. Thank you for being here and for renewing. I appreciate it.
Here in Charleston, and they all came for pictures and stuff, and that was great for them. But it just lacked any sort of integrity. So,
Erica.
with all that said, there's a lot to say, right? So with all that said, I don't want to take up any more time. I just want to tell everybody, thanks for being on. I appreciate all of you, all the dads out there. Thank you for being present in your family. Thanks for everything that you do. I had the great honor the week after Memorial Day to go back to Michigan, where my stepdad is buried.
Sounded kind of racist. What did he say that sounded racist? What did I miss?
Military cemetery. I went back there, and it gave me some time to really reflect on what he's meant in my life and what he still means in our lives every day. So
Stuart?
I appreciate you all so much. Thank you all for being on with me today. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Tony or I. Jen Vale and a lot of other people are in this conversation. Thank you, Amanda, for being on this call. I really appreciate your comments about everything.
Yeah, he said he needs to check the visitor's log. My grandparents have a guest book in their house too. I think that's what he means. I don't think it's like some like rich people thing, because my grandparents aren't rich at all. I think it's just, I mean, they just have a guest book, so when people come over, they sign it. They've had the same one for years. It's so cute. Anyway, I don't want to take any more time. We'll likely speak for another 30 minutes. No, actually, this one's almost done. There's less than a minute left. So, but Polychrome said pretty sure it was racist. What did he say that was racist? He keeps referring to them as Venezuelans. Is that racist? Isn't that... Just Mark gifted 10 memberships. You guys know what that means. Where is it? Oh.
It's a Pop-Tart party right now. Look at all the Pop-Tarts in here. Everybody has a Pop-Tart by their icon. Hey, more Pop-Tarts in the chat.
Thank you. Wow. Just Mark, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. I really appreciate it. Congratulations to everyone who got a gifted membership. That's awesome. Fuffy Duck Butt 24. Oh, Elaine. I'll just call you Elaine. How about that? A beacon of constant light in the world. Yeah, that's what they think Stu is. I mean, they are Venezuelan, and Jay is avoiding saying their names. Okay, I see what you're saying. That went right over my head. But yeah, dude, call it out, you know? Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, to hyper focus on somebody's like nationality instead of just calling them by their name is kind of weird when you bring it up, now that I think about it. But yeah. Sean adores the Pop-Tart songs. I love that. That's awesome. It wasn't in a factual way. It was unnecessary to call out their country of origin. I thought that the Venezuelan brownie points comment was funny. Just because, maybe because of the way he said it, but if he just keeps saying it and calls them the Venezuelans, I mean, unless he's not allowed to, like, legally, like, say their name or something, like, but that does, I don't think that's the case. That can't be the case. Oh, no.
Amanda Hopper. But make sure that you go forward in life and question everything. There's no such thing as a bad question. As soon as somebody questions your questions, that should be a red flag. And the current leadership at MONAT threw us under the bus because we questioned something. Really? That's what leaders do. That's what Americans are supposed to do, right? You're supposed to question everything. So, happy
Not question all the things you think that you're supposed to be questioning, like the existence of a worldwide virus, but go off.
Father's Day. Love all of you, and I'm deeply appreciative of you spending, holy crap, 22 minutes with me. So, out of here. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye, Jay. Okay, so I have more. Next, we're gonna watch a live by Stuart McMillan. Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm
Now, shut up, Stuart. We're not ready for you yet. Okay. Nope, wrong one. Okay. Stuart McMillan. This guy right here, that's Stuart. He was previously the president of MONAT for like 9 or 10 years. And then they basically fired him, and now he's suing MONAT. That's who this guy is. And yeah, this is, oh, please don't blow me kisses, Jay. It's weird. Yeah, that is kind of weird that he did that. Yeah, so this is the guy who, like, looked this man in the face and then consider for a moment that he allegedly made a account to troll people in the anti-MLM movement. He called it like Trolling the Trolls 2021 or something like that. And he was on all of our shit, leaving all of this ad hominem, like anti-MLM bullshit. Like, that's who this guy is. So this is the guy who everyone says is just the nicest guy in the world. He's a lighthouse. He's a constant, like, and maybe it's just because I haven't, like, heard Jay say, like, a bunch of, like, terrible shit. That maybe that's why I respect him speaking out more than I do Stuart, because Stuart has just been a fucking jerk to the anti-MLM movement forever, and also he's kind of a creep. So I don't know. The one and only Messiah himself, Stuart J. McMillan. I don't know his middle name. He looks like a TV supervillain. Yeah, he does. You remember that, but not the God is good hat. I know it's it's so cringe, dude. But he was wearing, I think he was wearing that hat in the last MONAT, in the video I made going through their MONAT ministry call. I'm pretty sure he was wearing that too. He probably wears it every Sunday. It's always the most terrible people screaming about being Christian. And yeah, and so Stuart is always doing that, and I think that's a lot of, like, the reason why Stuart gets so much, like, adoration from these people, because they're all like, oh yeah, we love Jesus too. And so when Stuart left, they're just like, oh, I guess God left the company too. And meanwhile, the Urdinettas are always, they're preaching, like, Christian, like, God stuff too, but, like, now they don't want to hear it anymore. None of these people even care to hear it. Why is this doing that? That's annoying. Stop. Okay, sorry. I'll press play.
Hey everyone, I'm just going to wait a second or two here. I have not done a live in a very, very long time. I actually was thinking today about writing a post. I was going to do a post, and then I thought, well, it could go kind of long, and you may not want to read it, so instead I thought it might be a good opportunity for me to come and chat with you, and you know, what's on my heart over the last day or so. In particular, I just felt called to reach out, but it's kind of about what I've been seeing and hearing and reading and listening to over the past, I want to say, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. And what really struck me, and I may get a little preachy here today, if that's okay. I hate to do that, but you know what? Here we go.
Oh, please. You do not hate to do that, Stuart. You love to be Pastor Stuart McMillan. Oh my God, Pippi, you just destroy the white balance. Yeah, I don't know, my man, keep doing this green screen thing. It's too hard. With my shitty webcam, it's too hard. Maybe, I also have a really shitty green screen, so maybe I just need a better green screen. I don't know. He felt called, yeah. He's gonna pour into us.
I may get a little preachy. It's really about a scarcity mindset versus an abundant mindset. And, I had the joy and the privilege and the honor of leading a group of people for about 9 years.
It's not okay, Stuart.
And one of the things that I was always most proud of was how you led the way. You led the way with a culture that was, that was abundance focused. We were never afraid. We always led in abundance. And
abundance for the top 1%, I guess. What about the other 99%? I think Jesus would care about the other 99%, actually.
I think one of the things that hurts my heart a little bit right now is I watch some of the interactions that are going on, is to see a pervasive scarcity mindset, a mindset, and scarcity mindsets, by the way, they're fundamentally grounded in fear if we take them at their very basic. And a scarcity mindset, a fear-based mindset, makes us do and say things that, first of all, come across a little panicky, but second of all, especially for believers, and I'm gonna hone in on some of us believers today, come across inauthentic, disingenuous. It makes us do things. It makes us say things like, "I'm a really good person." I used to have a sign by my desk that said, "If good people don't have to tell people that they're good."
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting that you say that, Stuart. It's almost like he's almost there. He's like, believers, like, sometimes we just, like, we come off as really disingenuous. Like, we don't come off as genuine, like, and it's like, It's because I'm not necessarily certain that most of you are. It always comes back to, if God was real, he would not like MLMs. Jesus flipped tables in the Bible over people using God to sell their shit, basically, essentially. if your God is the God of love, then he certainly is not going to be putting his children in pyramid schemes so they can live abundantly. That's not it doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. There are so many Christians who join an MLM thinking like, oh, this is what's gonna get me financially free so I can just give my life to God and never work another day in my life. And it's like, why would he? That makes no sense. Why would he do that? Like as if God's gonna put someone in a pyramid scheme, and you know, the way for you to make money in a pyramid scheme is to recruit more people, and most of those people need to not make any money at all or even lose money in order for you to achieve that financial freedom. So please just save it, dude. Like, God should not be involved in any MLM, because if he was real, it wouldn't be his thing. It just wouldn't, you know? Okay. Why don't you make yourself scarcity mindset? Then explain your hat, sir. Dude, true. That's such a good point. It's like, good Christians don't have to go off and make sure everyone knows that they're a good Christian. I'm pretty sure wearing that hat is kind of making that statement, isn't it, Stuart? Oh my God. Yeah, if that was the case, there'd be no poverty. Right, yeah. I don't know. Fucking hell. And listen, if you're like a Christian, a Jesus lover in this chat, you know, I'm sorry that you and I don't agree on this. I hope that you still continue to hear me out, because the hypocrisy coming out of this guy's pie hole, and let's be honest, a vast majority of Christians in this country, at least, the hypocrisy is enough to make you heave. So, please.
But a scarcity mindset, a fear-based mindset, makes us feel like we have to do that, like we have to say that. A scarcity mindset, a fear-based mindset says, you know, before I talk to you, I got to play We Are the Champions, because I got to talk about being a champion. You know what? There was a time.
Did you not do that shit in MONAT? I'm pretty sure you guys would constantly be like playing music and like inspirational. You guys have a song. Have you guys heard the MONAT song? Actually, I probably can't play it here because it might get copyright claimed. I don't know, but it literally goes, we are, and it's super like triumphant. We are, and epic. We are MONAT, a better way. It's awful. It's awful. But he's just like, yeah, scarcity mindset playing We Are the Champions. What about your own fucking cult song? That's not a pie hole, that's a holy hole.
I recall when we wanted everybody to win. And you know what? There doesn't have to be a loser. There doesn't have to be a champion in business.
Yeah, actually.
We can all win.
No. In normal businesses, maybe. If you're a very successful business, then every employee of that business should reap the benefits in a perfect world. However, that's not what happens under capitalism. That's not what happens under trickle-down economics. And that's certainly not what happens in pyramid schemes, Stuart. And I know you know that. You were in control of a pyramid scheme. You fucking... Multiple pyramid schemes. You ran a Ponzi scheme, Stuart. What do you think God thinks about that? It's so fucking hypocritical. Like, not to hold anyone's past against him, but if I had to guess, I would say that Stuart would be the kind of person who would consider himself to be a lifelong Christian. And it's like, okay, well, where was that energy? Where was this energy, this God is good energy, when you were a fucking president of a Ponzi scheme, Stuart? Oh my God. Yeah, everyone can't win at business, and for sure, everyone can't win at MLM. As a matter of fact, the multi-level marketing business model is designed for most people to fail, so that the top 1% can reap the benefits and the bottom 99% gets fucked over. That's just how it works. That's like statistically how it works. So yeah, I don't think God would be chill with any of this, Stuart. But hey, God is good, right? Even if you're running a Ponzi scheme. God was being really good to him. So, man, I love you just for saying what you say, and I live in the South. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. It's okay. He's talked to God, and he's forgiven him. He's forgiven him so hard that he let him go and like run MONAT for 10 years. Yeah.
No, there's no need for one person to be the champion and one person to be the loser. I want you to ask yourself: does someone truly have to lose in order for you to win? I don't think that's true. Scarcity mindset says that.
In
but I don't
MLM,
believe
yeah.
it. An abundance mindset says.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is a scarcity mindset? Because scarcity is like when there's not enough to go around. So I mean, that's literally how MLMs work. But so, like, if that's the truth, and you believe that to be true, that you know there's resources are scarce. Is that your scarcity mindset? So is that such a bad thing if that is factually true? Are you gonna sit here and say you have a scarcity mindset if scarcity is actually an issue, you know? But like if you have an abundant mindset, then you're just gonna assume that the world is your oyster, and it's like, all right.
We can all win. A scarcity mindset says, I need to defend myself. Now, where does that's based in fear too. You know, a scarcity mindset says, I have to spend time defending myself and making sure that you know that I have thick skin. I have thick skin, I'm defending myself, I don't care what people say. But then, remember what I said about being disingenuous and panicky is, if we're spending 20 minutes online telling people we have a thick skin and we don't care what people say about us, is that necessarily true? You see, an abundance mindset says,
I don't know,
a lot
Stuart.
of people love me, a lot of people know who I am, and I don't have to spend 20 minutes
I'm having
telling you
problems,
that
I'm
I don't
sorry.
care what people say about me. I just don't care. I just don't care.
Wait,
This might hurt a little bit.
didn't he just say... Hold on, I have to rewind that. I was too big. But didn't he just say, like, oh, saying that you don't care about what people say, like, blah, blah, and then he, like, said it. He's like, I don't care. Hold on.
A lot of people love me. A lot of people know who I am. And I don't have to spend 20 minutes telling you that I don't care what people say about me. I just don't care. I just don't care.
I don't have to spend 20 minutes telling you I don't care about people. Okay, so he's saying if you go off and, like, explain yourself by saying this is why I don't care what people think about me, then you have a scarcity mindset and you're not being genuine. Is that what? Okay. But he did let us know that he also does not care. So
This might hurt a little bit. A scarcity mindset says something's going on at a certain time and I'm going to do my thing at exactly the same time so that I screw them. You know what? An abundance mindset says, hey, let's spread those out and we can both win. So I'm sorry if that hurt.
you know what else says that? Oh, I was gonna say socialism, but it wouldn't be socialism. I mean, like communism, I guess. You know, the kind of shit that people like you don't agree with and constantly vote against. Like, you got all for one, which is basically capitalism, and then like one for all, where everyone gets... Because socialism is when the workers own the means of production, therefore they get more... their pay is more what their work is worth, if that makes sense. That's all that socialism is. So that kind of sounds like along those lines, but no, God forbid you say that that's a socialist idea, that like one guy shouldn't be owning everything and everyone should have stake in ownership of what they create. But no, socialism bad, right? Like, what the fuck?
Speaking of everybody winning, here's the good. You know, I said when I introed that my heart had been hurt by some things I was seeing, I was feeling really bad about. But then there's some things I'm feeling really good about. And let me tell you some of those. My heart's been warmed to see that a lot of the things that we did at the company that I led for 9 years are now being done in other companies. That's an abundance mindset. My heart was warmed
Yeah, I'm sure you're the one who came up with all that too, Stuart.
because a group of people that were posting on social media, people that I'm connected to, were going to the house of the owner of the company that they're now aligned with, and they were having a prayer meeting on the beach. They were having a prayer meeting on the beach in California.
Yeah, because MONAT's the only MLM company who has ever done prayer within the company. Like, shut up, dude. You did not start this shit. You're giving yourself way too much credit, Stuart.
before they went to the owner's house. And my mind went back to an amazing prayer meeting that we had in Cayman Islands. We didn't know what to do, so we just sat in a circle and we prayed over our company. An abundance mindset says we should be rejoicing that that's happening everywhere. I'm
We should be voting for that too, actually, Stuart. So
overjoyed to see in another company where some folks have gone, a group of people who asked me to get together with them and get on the phone and pray over their new business. An abundance mindset says
He
every single
invented
person
prayer.
listening to this should be overjoyed about that. They should be going, how cool is that's happening? An abundance mindset to me says that we should be praying that this happens everywhere.
so annoying.
You know what really, really warmed my heart recently?
Well, so why would you have to? Oh my God, this is driving me crazy. I'm sorry. Why would you have to pray about? I'm gonna have to fix something that you can control yourself. Like, he's like, oh yeah, there should be like everyone should have enough. There should be enough for everybody. Okay, vote for universal health care for starters. How about let's vote to give kids free school lunches so they can eat, even if they can't afford it, so children can eat. No, can't do that. There's not enough to go around. Oh, that sounds like a scarcity mindset. And I would guarantee, he lives in Florida, guys, come on. And he's a Christian. I'm pretty sure, I don't know his voting record, but if I had to guess, I would say that he's probably a hypocrite when it comes to voting also. Because if he truly believes that everyone should have enough, first of all, you don't have to pray for that. Because God hasn't done that. Y'all have been probably praying for this shit for years, for millennia. And still hasn't done that. So I don't think he wants to. It's just so stupid. Like, it drives me nuts. The hypocrisy. I can't. Praying this happens everywhere, so all MLMs go down. Sure, Stew Butt. You call him Stew Butt? Don't worry about your green screen. It looks like a wee tornado. It kind of does, huh? Cute.
Like within the last 24 hours or so, was seeing a prayer meeting that was held. I couldn't quite see on Instagram how many people, but 12 or 13 familiar faces. Some of them in tears, some of them praying. You guys know who you are. And I just went, wow, how cool. How cool that that's still going on there. And yet now it's replicating, it's duplicating.
I cannot stand how he's trying to make this his thing. Oh, I'm Pastor Stuart, and every MLM also has their own pastor now because of me. Thanks. No. Erica, thank you. Exactly. We gotta share if we want there to be enough for everyone, not, do capitalism. Yeah. Not hoard wealth. Stuart, something tells me that you probably have enough money to help some people out of some bad situations, but you don't do that, do you? No. You probably have a big ass savings account. I'm sure you have a ton of money, dude. So are you being abundant? Are you helping other people also be abundant by sharing? Or are you hoarding? I don't know.
It's abundantly happening in all sorts of other companies. That is an abundance mindset. You know what? If you folks if anybody's listening here who was on the call from yesterday, from Tuesday morning, I just would implore you and pray and ask you next Tuesday when you do that you pray for the people in the other companies who are doing the same thing as you, that we can spread this culture of others-focused gratitude, maybe through the entire channel. Here's another thing,
That is a
difference
big
between
pool.
scarcity and abundance. I'm having to be really careful. Scarcity says when I'm fearful, and when things are said, oftentimes, most of the time, they're said out of fear. And that's why, for the most part, when I talk to people who have been slighted lately, and we just agree, fear is an interesting thing, and grace is an even more amazing thing. So grace abounds for me. It is what it is. But a scarcity mindset has people talking about other people in private. An abundance mindset says, I disagree with this person. It's okay to disagree with people. It's okay to be upset with people. It's okay to go, hey, I don't like it that you're doing that. A scarcity mindset says I'm not going to bother to talk to them about it. Instead, I'm going to, get together on a WhatsApp chat or whatever and talk about those people. An abundant mindset says I'm going to reach out to them and talk to them and say, hey, you know what? I'm not okay with that. Let's talk about it.
So are you saying that anti-MLMers have an abundant mindset? Because when we see something wrong, we want to talk about it? Oh, that's very nice of you to say, Stuart. Wow, thank you for recognizing that value within us. But no, we deserve to be trolled, right? Trolling the trolls, 2021? Huh? You gonna troll us some more, Stuart? Yeah?
I will say this, and I'm preaching to believers here. The book of James is very specific about believers crapping on other believers. Now, the Bible version that I have doesn't say crapping, but
It doesn't? You mean your Bible doesn't have the word crap in it? What? What Bible are you reading, Stuart? Believers crapping on other believers. I mean, one of the biggest messages in the Bible, in Christianity as a whole, is to love thy neighbor. And that's regardless of their religious beliefs. So, I think you're kind of preaching to the choir here, Stuart. I think we all know, not only are you not supposed to shit on other Christians as a Christian, you shouldn't be crapping on anyone else either. Because that's not a very Jesus-y thing to do. So,
you guys know what I mean, right? The Bible is very, very specific about believers crapping on other believers, particularly in private.
Yeah, the Bible is also really specific on saying you're allowed to own slaves, but I digress.
I read last night, and this was one of the catalysts to me kind of doing this. I read last night someone who was essentially admonishing people who were leaving a company to go to another one. And this person was admonishing them for that action and using words like loyalty and forever home. And I'm just going to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there is such a thing as a forever home. I was talking to a very close friend last night, and he said to me, my loyalty is to Jesus. My loyalty is to Jesus. Loyalty is an interesting word.
I think maybe you should try being loyal to your fellow man first, because, we exist. Oh, shit.
But I just don't think that we should be publicly or privately admonishing people for making a decision that impacts their family and their life, particularly because of this. Because, first of all, loyalty, as he told me, his pastor had told him, is not a fruit of the Spirit. It's not in there. We start injecting things into our conversation.
It's not? I mean, loyalty, you should be, as a Christian, shouldn't you say that you should be loyal to God? So how is that not in Scripture? I don't know.
Loyalty is not a fruit of the Spirit. Reparations aren't part of the Bible. But, we add them in there because they're part of what we want.
Yes, Stuart was the president when the MONAT lifer thing went down, and he probably was sharing shit too, let's be honest. I'm sure plenty of people in their lifer posts were tagging Stuart, and I'm sure he was sharing them. I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me on it. But, just an idea. I think that might have been what was going on at the time.
But the thing I think, as I talked to a few people, that was the most, maybe use the word disturbing. I'll tell you this, whenever I make a decision, I do three things. Four. There's three important elements to a decision, a big decision on my part. And because many of you have heard me speak before, there's a fourth. The fourth one is that I go to the ocean and I look at a lighthouse.
Oh, God.
But I can't always do that. So that's...
Not all of us can go to an ocean, Stuart. A lot of us, most of us are inland. Inland. How do you say that word? I don't know.
It's kind of 3A. Or, 4 with parentheses, is to stand by the ocean and look.
The guy has been honk shoeing for 2,000 years now. That's funny.
The lighthouse when I make a decision. But here's the three things that I think are most important for me when I'm making a decision. Number one is pray. Number one is pray. Just pray about it. Meditate on it. Ask God what he thinks. Ask God. I just got off the phone with someone who, who's looking at changing their career. They're an employee. They used to work with us a long time ago, and they were asking me, I don't know what to do, and I said, well, just pray about it,
Baked potato, I don't think I did. Where did you send it? No lighthouses in Colorado. Yeah, not in Arizona either. As a matter of fact, I feel like I've only ever seen them on the East Coast. Well, I'm sure there's lighthouses on the West Coast, but like I've been to the California Ocean plenty of times and I've never seen a lighthouse. I don't think I've ever seen a lighthouse ever in person. Weird. Anyway.
Well, how do I pray about it? I said, well, you just pray for next steps. That's pray for next steps. God will open the door. If he opens that door, pray for the next step. If he opens that door, take everything to its logical conclusion. If he closes the door, then he doesn't want you to do it, right? But number one, in making a decision, pray. Number two, check the scripture. You know, if you're being called to do something and you're in tune with God and you're looking at scripture and scripture's saying something different in terms of whether or not that's a good idea, you know, if something that you want to do goes against scripture, don't do it. So that's number two that I always do. Number one.
Okay, but I don't think you guys even have a correct interpretation of what the scripture says in most cases anyway. Because, like, for example, in the book of Numbers, God lays out a recipe for him, God himself, to induce an abortion of a woman who allegedly cheated on her husband. Yeah, the Bible literally tells you how to perform an abortion, or how God will perform an abortion for you. Yeah, but where's the interpretation for that? No, now you all just want to save the fucking babies, like... The hypocrisy is real. Like, you guys clearly don't know how to interpret things. They don't know how to interpret the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. It wasn't about gay people, but they're making it about gay people. God sent an angel to Sodom and Gomorrah before the gang rape happened, or was spoken about, because people in Sodom were being terrible people. I don't remember exactly what it says in there, but like there are things that made God unhappy, and it wasn't gay. It was other shit. And then when he sent the angel, he went to Lot? Was it Lot in that story? He went to Lot, the angel went to Lot, and Lot was like, yes, stay in my house. And then all of the men in the town came and knocked on Lot's door and was like, give us that angel. We want to grape him. So that's where the whole thing, they're like, oh, they're men, and then God destroyed the cities with fire. And, but that was like, he had the plan to do that before. There was other shit, like, they cannot interpret very basic shit in the Bible correctly. Stuart, how are you going to sit here and expect people to correctly apply an interpretation of the Bible that is incorrect? I guess, like, it just doesn't work that way. It's because it's all up to your own personal interpretation. So if you want to do something, you as a Christian can just open your Bible and just find a way to justify it using scripture. You would all be able to do that shit. So it's just so, cherry picking. The Bible is very violent. Yeah, they are all cherry pickers.
Pray. Number two.
Yeah. Oh my God, Champagne Hand, you're right. It had to do with, disrespecting the poor. It had to do with something like that. Well, that was part of it anyway. I think there was more. You DM'd me on Instagram? Okay, I'll check again. My favorite hypocrisy is admitting the world is in the grasp of the devil or whatever and still thinking that saving more humans from existing in terrible conditions is evil. Right? Sorry, I'm like rereading that and like trying to interpret it in my own thoughts. Yeah, okay. That was convoluted, but okay. Bible thumpers always cherry pick. Yeah, they all do. They all do.
Number three, super important. Number three, look for the counsel of others. Always do it. I always do it. Many of you know some of the folks that I talk to, but I have a list. I have 3 or 4 people. You know, it starts with Deb. But there are other people in my life. Some of you are actually probably listening, but most of you know John Maxwell. He's one of the guys
right,
that
Monica,
I talk to.
Yeah.
I seek the counsel of others when I'm making a decision. Todd Duncan, seek the counsel of others. So let me recap those 3, and you can forget about going to the beach and looking at a lighthouse, although I recommend it. Number 1, pray. And prayer, by the way, isn't talking. Prayer is talking and listening. Listening for an answer.
Then no one has ever prayed ever unless they're schizophrenic. Like, what? Are you really gonna try to tell me, Stuart, that every single time you close your eyes and pray to God, you hear an answer? Because even me as a Christian, well, I'm not anymore, obviously. I was a Christian for 25 years, and I can honestly say, you know, sometimes I would be like, oh, that must be a sign from God. But it was never clear. Like, how do you know what is a response from God or not? Like, it was never made clear to me in 25 years. So please, Stuart, explain that, please.
Number 2, search the scriptures, read them. Number 3, seek the counsel of others. Now, while we're talking about seeking the counsel of others, Deb and I have a very, very special passage of scripture to us, and it's Psalm 1. Now, the reason that this is so special, this Psalm 1 is so special to us, I don't have time right now to tell.
He already pretty much is a
but
pastor.
If you want to
Airedale.
DM Deb, she'll tell you the whole story.
His Lighthouse Collective event thing that I believe was in his lawsuit against MONAT where he was talking about it. Yeah, he like put it together at his church and was like speaking on stage and stuff. He was always being a pastor at MONAT conventions and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's very involved with whatever that Lighthouse Collective Church thing was. Pretty sure. So, yeah. Oh boy, a very special passage.
I know Isa Sanchez, Kyla knows the story. There's a few of you that she shared the story with. It's a mind-blowing story. But let's get back to Psalm 1. And you know what Psalm 1 says? Psalm 1 says, don't seek the counsel of the ungodly.
Okay, so everything that... Is that why they never listen to... Well, I don't want to say us. There are people in anti-MLM who are Christian, but are godly. But is that why no one ever listens to me? Is that why all these people forget, like, do not listen to me because they're like, that girl, ungodly? Which, true. Yeah. People who don't believe in God are never gonna steer you in the right direction, right? Yeah. Because we're all just the worst.
It's very specific. Don't seek the counsel of the ungodly. So here I am telling you, number three, seek the counsel of others, but don't seek the counsel of the ungodly. And so I bring this all up for one reason. And the reason is that most, I don't know, who's going where. I know some people call me and go, hey, I've gone here. What do you think? But most of the people that call me, and it could be because that's the relationship that I have with them, call me and ask me to pray about their decision, the decision that they've already made.
Thank you, cheer up, pirate.
And they tell me that they have prayed and they have sought the counsel of others and that they have searched the scripture. And so I find it disturbing when people will rant on social media in posts or just a reel about people who have made a decision where they have prayed, read the scripture, and sought the counsel of others. I just don't think it's up to us.
I'm confused, Stuart. You said that's disturbing? Is that the word he used to describe that? I don't think you know what the word disturbing means. I don't think it's up to us. But then meanwhile, it's like, everything he's saying, like all these problems that he's saying exist, especially in the industry of multi-level marketing. It's really a lot of stuff that like people can control, But no, can't do it without praying to God. Like, what?
Abundance says that we can all succeed and that there doesn't have to be a champion. We can all win. Now, I'm not saying, because you guys know me, a lot of you.
Oh my
Some of you
God,
don't.
dude, Tanya, don't they speak against false idols? Isn't he asserting himself in that way? Oh, Stuart thinks very highly of himself. And the entirety of MONAT, well, except for the people who are still in it, I guess, because a lot of them have been talking shit about Stuart for suing their cult. But all the people who left and who have a lot of great things to say about Stuart, they do idolize him. They absolutely do. They also all idolize Donald Trump, dude. Like, they idolize things more than ungodly people do. It's wild.
But a lot of you do. I'm not saying we can all participate. I'm not saying everybody gets a participation trophy. I'm saying that we can all win. We can all win. And one of the things that has warmed my heart while I've seen some stuff that has bothered me about us attacking people is the encouragement that I've seen from other people, encouraging people who are going in a different direction, encouraging people who are going to a different company, encouraging people who say, hey, there's something special we have as a bond. Many of us having worked together and hung out together for a decade, there's something special that we have as a bond, and we love each other, and we're going to encourage each other no matter what our decisions are. But we're going to respect decisions. and we're going to approach the next few months with not with a scarcity mindset, but with an abundance mindset.
So they're supposed to respect the choices that other people make, even if they don't agree with them. So then why are we banning abortion? Why are we banning books? Why are we burning books? Why are we banning all the things that we are banning? Why are we banning IVF? Why are we banning shit? If it's just a matter of, we'll respect their decision, even if we don't agree with it, then why are y'all trying to fucking police our goddamn lives? You're a motherfucking hypocrite, Stuart. You and your congregation.
I love you all. I miss you all. God is good. Keep shining and be a light.
Okay. All right. Hey, I have one more video, and it's another J video. So let me get that pulled up. Shit, which one is it? This one? Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's this one. Okay. Yeah, so Jay made this video, I think it came out yesterday, if not 2 days ago. So this is another new one. He made this video after Stuart made the live that we just started watching. We've been watching these in chronological order. So, but this is the last one I got. More Jay. This one's not, I'll be honest, it's not as good as the other one. Did we get rated or something? Because now all of a sudden we have 350 viewers. Did someone rate us? I'm not getting any notifications that we got rated. Why is this? Why do we suddenly have 100 more viewers than we did 30 seconds ago? Anyway, Jay. Yeah, this one's not as good as the last Jay video. He doesn't go off as hard. No, actually, this one's not super short, although I will speed it up. It is 26 minutes long, but I'll speed it up. Anyway, okay.
Hey there.
Hey,
how's everybody doing
Jay?
tonight? Now, this is kind of a weird time to do a live, but has gone on that I wanted to catch people up on. So I think I'll give it a minute and let some people come up on this. I didn't really let a lot of people know. So if you can hear me, okay, let me know, because I'm in a different part of the house with different Wi-Fi. So if you can't hear me, hey Megan, hey Kat, will you text me and let me know?
The
if you
view
can hear me?
count went up because of Stu.
Or
That'd
Megan,
be
or
awesome.
somebody.
Stu prayed for me to have more viewers.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hey, good to see you, Nicole.
Ooh.
It's been a long time.
Those are cool fireworks.
Glad you're here. Missed you. Nicole was one of my favorite people that used to work at MONAT. She was great. She was one of the regional directors, regional sales managers. So thanks,
It's at
Nicole.
1.3.
It's always great to see you. And thanks for everybody else for being on here too. Okay, so let's start. Hey, Stubert's on too. Now we can officially start. It's a party.
Stubert.
So, hey everybody. It's great to see you. Happy weekend. I hope that you have all had as good of a weekend as I've had. The weather here in South Carolina has been really hot and sticky, and it's summertime,
hold on.
right?
This is a rare sighting. Pop-Tart usually doesn't show up while I'm live streaming, but here she is. She's right here. She hates to be held. Also, she lost her voice last week and was running around trying to meow, and she could not. Pop-Tart, say hello. Oh my god, you are the cutest cat. I love you so much. She hates being held. She is not a cuddly kitty at all. Huh. I love you. She got her meow back though, huh? You can meow again, huh? Kitty? Okay. Okay, that was necessary. Sorry. Back to it. Oh, no, I've got cat hair stuck to my mouth. Okay. Oh, look at all the Pop-Tarts in the chat. I love it. Okay. Pop-Tart, you don't even know how loved you are.
So thanks everybody for joining. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And like I said, I know it's a little bit of a weird time to do this on a Sunday night, but it just worked out with timing. So first off, well, there's a couple important things to say. First off, this is the
So many
1 year
Pop-Tarts.
anniversary of the Dadeland 11 meeting. Probably the most significant meeting in MONAT history.
Oh yeah, this is why this video is interesting of Jay's and why I wanted to watch it, because he starts telling us about like some meeting that happened that like none of us knew happened. So he's spilling some tea.
That none of y'all have ever heard about. I'll talk about it in a minute or 2 or 3. But also, business-wise, I want to say a big congratulations
Airedale,
to
thank you
all of my
for rejoining.
Patch people, all my Olive people, all my Amari people. I can't tell you how proud I am of all of you people that have, first of all, joined us in Amari, but also all of our friends that are doing Olive Tree and the Life Wave, the patches. It's just seeing you guys get out there and seeing you talk about it and seeing what you're doing. It's fantastic. And isn't this the way the business is supposed to be? We can support each other. We can help each other. We can be on each other's teams. We don't have those silly non-compete and whatever agreements. And
Yeah, it's all fucking kumbaya in the multi-level marketing industry, isn't it? Yeah, it's no one ever in any MLM ever talks shit about other MLMs, right? Please stop. Also, like, this just goes back to what I was saying before, is like, he understands now that, yeah, MONAT was a clusterfuck and MONAT is fucked up, and like everything that any of us anti-MLMers were ever saying about it, we were correct. We knew what we were talking about. We had our shit straight. But he refuses to admit that the same sentiment is applied to every other MLM out there. But he's just like, yay, good job everyone in Olive Tree people. Yeah, okay, Olive Tree people is fucking wild too. The dude who started it lived in an olive tree because he thinks that olive oil and he thinks that olive trees emit frequencies that that can heal you. Like, he's wild. Like, the whole atmosphere over there is pretty wild. I don't know anything about LifeWave. I've never looked into LifeWave. But then there's Amari, which you guys are in, which quite literally preys on people with mental health above all, or mental health issues above anyone else. Yeah, it'll prey on stay-at-home moms. Yeah, they'll do some faith manipulation. Sure, every MLM does. But Amari specifically is the worst when it comes to their customer base, because they've all been essentially preyed on by being like, hey, do you have depression? Do you have anxiety? Do you have ADHD? Are you unhappy with your life? Just drink my $100 juice. And I think that is the most deplorable of all. Honestly, I really do. So, yeah.
seeing all of these people that have left MONAT, seeing all these people that are starting something new, it takes guts to start something new, no matter what it is, right? So especially those three companies, and there's other companies too, but especially those three, because I've seen so many of our friends do Olive Tree, and the products look amazing, and I love what Amy Sloan and Maggie and their team's doing. And then to see these people are doing the patches and the videos that they're doing, and so it's just, as their friend and as someone that's known all of them for a really long time, I just can't tell you how proud Tony and I and our family and our friends are of all of you. I just think it's amazing.
Yeah, we're all so proud that you left one MLM for another MLM. So proud.
And one of the things that really sort of got me thinking that I had some stuff to talk about today was I saw a post a few days ago about, and it was on a bunch of people's Instagram, about most people leave network marketing because they lack information. And, you know, for the most part, I totally agree with that. I think most of the average people leave network marketing because they don't have the right information, right? I mean, we've all been through it with team members and people that they don't know what it's going to take to get them to the next rank. They don't know what's going to take them to get to the...
No, Jay, no. Hey, Jay. The reason people are leaving multi-level marketing in droves right now is because they do have the information. See, that's actually what it is that they find anti-MLM content, or they have a bad experience and their mind is open to the truth behind the companies. There has never been another time in history where the information regarding how terrible multi-level marketing is, how terrible network marketing is just so accessible. There's never been a time in history where that information is so accessible. Right now is the most informed that anyone's ever been, and wouldn't you know it, the multi-level marketing industry as a whole is on the biggest downtrend it's ever seen. So what does that tell you, Jay? Like, I mean, we're literally just talking statistics and numbers here. Like, it's pretty fucking obvious. Welcome to the age of information. it's funny how when you do finally have that information, you can make decisions easier and make more informed decisions and leave. And that's literally what people are doing. Like, oh my God.
That, that next bonus or the next trip. And sometimes people do leave because they lack that information.
Man, okay, shut up. Shut up, Jay, just for a second. You guys have been blessed today by all 3 of my cats. Can you believe it? They've all come by to say hello. Pippi, say hello. Okay. Yeah, wow, what a special day.
Maybe they lacked it from the company, maybe they lacked it from their leaders, maybe they just didn't understand it, and they quit and they go. So in that context, I completely, 100% agree with that. But, and here's the but. That's not why
Here's the but.
everyone's leaving MONAT right now, right? I mean, everyone that's leaving MONAT right now, they already had the information. They already knew what they had to do to rank up. They already knew what they needed.
So why is it different in other MLMs? Are you saying that MONAT's the only MLM that was ever giving people information on how to rank up and how? Well, because that's really interesting that you say that, actually, Jay. Because meanwhile, there was a period of time, actually it probably never stopped, but like at one point we all got access to a top leaders group chat where they were all they were buying each other's ranks. And now that is not how it's supposed to work, right, Jay? I think we can all agree that that's not an ethical way or the way that MLMs were designed. To have a group chat of people and be like, hey, I just need $1,000 more in sales and I'll rank up, and then everyone rallies and buys oils from them. Like, that's not how it's supposed to run. Yet meanwhile, that's what they were doing. So you're gonna sit here and be like, yeah, MONAT's the one that, like, this company really did teach everybody, but like every other company, no one knows how to advance. No one, like, that's not true. What are you talking about? You're an Amari now. Are you gonna try to tell us that you don't understand how to rank up in Amari? Oh my God. Here's a fun game. Every time an MLMer says bonus, replace it with boner. Love that. Love that. Cats, you guys are talking. Clearly the cats absorbed all the healing frequencies. Wait, which cat? My cat? Pee-pee good kitty. She good kitty. She my old lady. Guys, she's getting like senile. It's making me sad. Well, maybe not senile. She just has like her moments. She doesn't like jump up on the bed as easier anymore. She's still purring and she's happy though. She just kind of like, she'll jump and get a little wobbly and stuff. She's 15, right? Yeah, she's 15. You're not allowed to be old, Pippi. How dare you? I've had her since she was 8 months old. We rescued her, so she's like my first baby. You're not allowed to be old, Pip. Oh my God, she's the best. Okay.
People are leaving MONAT right now because of a fundamental lack of trust.
Yeah.
That's not information, that's just trust, right? They've come to a point where they just don't trust the ownership of the company. So that's a lot different than information, right?
Oh, Melissa.
There's been some significant lack of trust moments over the past couple of years that have really fundamentally affected the way the company runs. In my eyes and in the eyes of a lot of people that have worked for the company.
Yeah, she very old.
And
she old.
Mentioned it on a live a few weeks ago. One of the first things that happened was when we were on a director's call back in March of 2003, when we were questioning commissions, and Ray said to us all that they could mess with commissions and we would never know about it. Okay, well, we're all talking about the commissions not jiving like they used to, and now you're telling us that you could mess with them and not tell us about it. Okay.
But see, like, that shit is basically written into all of their policies and procedures. Like, it should be well known. You know, was it Jay or Stuart who said, just in this video, I already forgot who said it, but saying like, I think it was Jay, being anti something means you're just searching for the truth. So, okay.
And that's what that talk, that director's call, is what birthed the Dayland 11 meeting. There was a meeting in Florida on the secret. A lot of people didn't know about it, but they've come to know about it. And it was about the commissions. We met with Ray, we met with Stuart, and it was an all-day thing. We all talked, we all had something to say, and at the end of the day, we were told, no, nothing's going on. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Paraphrasing, right? Well, of that group of people that was at that meeting, only one market partner is still actively doing their business. We were all directors. Most of us were SEDs at the time. So think about that for a second. How significant is that in the history of the company when you have a meeting like that where you are talking about commissions? We brought the receipts from the field, everything that people have been talking about and stuff, and our feelings about it. And we were told that it was all in our head. And as of this past week, most everybody's left.
Yeah, actually, I know that Connie Sanchez left. I saw Detective Levy posted it. That, like, I was shocked that Connie Sanchez left, because like she was a lifer. I think she's always like on like trainings with is it Brittany Rose? I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure Brittany Rose is still in it though. But I was shocked that Connie left. Connie was on the MONAT ministry call too, so obviously she's a fan of Stuart.
Also significant, one of the significantly trustworthy events that happened was we were on a call with the Senior Vice President of Commissions last fall, and we had a lot of questions. Now, historically, one of the things that we always talked about in our meetings when we got with prospects or stuff, anything like that, was that MONAT had the best compensation plan in network marketing, and we paid over 50% in commission, so over 50 cents on the dollar.
But that's not what they were doing though, and that's what this always doesn't make sense to me, because isn't MONAT's payout like it was 25%? But I think when they say 50%, and this is just my like possibly wrong interpretation, but it's probably like, okay, so the market partner who sold the thing gets 25%, but then obviously you have to pay the upline, and the upline's upline, and the upline's upline. So like that's how much MONAT was paying out, was like 50% of every dollar, but it's not like you were making 50% commission if you sold a product. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. Does anything in MLM make sense? Probably not.
Well, when we brought that up in the meeting, the Vice President of Commission said, no, that's not true. Now, mind you, the company was built on that. The company was built on those two things. Number one comp plan, we pay over 50%. We were told, no, it hasn't been like that for a while. And, it might be around 45%. So now, without telling us, we somehow went from over 50%, which was in the marketing materials, in the Meet MONAT that you would do for meetings and events and things, it was in there.
Was it?
And then, somehow, some way, we went to, maybe 45%. How does that happen? How do you react to that? Well, everyone reacted the same way. Huh? What else can you do? Another key point of lacking trust. Stuart. Right?
Here we fucking go.
Stuart. The Lighthouse.
Oh God.
We were told at Monations that he was retiring, and he gave a speech there that was amazing. And we were told that he was transitioning to the board of directors, and everything was kumbaya, and everything is great, and Stuart's still going to be around, and he's not going anywhere. He's still a part of the company. And then he wasn't. And then they didn't pay him. And then there's lawsuits. And then the company says he's the worst human being ever, that they can't believe that he ever did any of this, blah, 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 blah.
I do believe one of the ladies, Haley Stell, I believe, said that they called Stuart the devil with the Bible. So.
Right? We were all there. We were all at Monations all those different times when Stuart gave those stirring speeches. He came to our house. He came to a lot of your houses too. He came to a lot of our meetings. He went to a lot of your meetings. So how did he go from being an icon to a pariah? How do you trust that kind of a message? Same thing happened with us. Up until a couple months ago, we were the best thing ever. In January, Tony went to 4 corporate events. They asked her to come and speak. They asked her to be there. Prior to that, she traveled all over the country. She went anywhere anybody needed her. And then, I'm not saying it had anything to do with us hitting $15 million and them not wanting to honor us, but hey, after that, all this bullshit started to happen.
That is the thing that really bothers me about Jay, is because he's the one who brought that up in when Tony made her, like, we're leaving money video. He brought up the $15 million thing, and then he just brought it up again. It's like, it feels like he's bragging about it. Like, maybe that's not his intention. I feel like it is, though. I feel like his intention is like, oh yeah, we were just absolutely, like, rolling over MONAT. We were making so much money and da-da-da-da, and then once that money stopped coming in, and then suddenly we started questioning things and got mad, and then we got terminated because we were questioning things. And it's like, there has to be more to it than that, right? And me and DC read the wait, didn't we? Yeah. We read the Tony Van Schoik lawsuit, and guys, it's not a good lawsuit. Like, I think it'll get thrown out immediately. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but, like, it ain't good.
That was completely untrue, and now we're gone. So there's just been this snowball of trust.
Oh, they were calling, sorry, Louisa. They were calling Stuart the devil with the Bible. Once Stuart left, according to an ex-market partner who also got terminated, she said that after Stuart was terminated, they had some kind of event, and the Urdanettas went on stage and called Stuart the devil with the Bible. So, yeah.
Lack of trust. Lack of understanding who to trust. This whole giant ball rolling down the hill, rolling down the mountain. So who do you trust? So that's not a lack of information. That's not anything other than people knowing something is going on, them not being able to trust anybody, and they want to go. If you have directors, legacy founders, people that are part of the company, people that have been there for 9, 10 years, kind of was there for almost as long as we were, and then they find something better, what does that tell you about what's going on with the company? What does that tell you about how the level of what the fuck is pretty high for everybody? And that just creates...
Yes, the level of what the fuck is very high for all of us. Yeah, that's what we say it every day whenever we watch this MLM shit. Yep, pretty much.
It's a sense of not belonging, a lack of community. And it's there's no question in my mind that so much of this has happened since Stuart left. And I hope that you watched his live the other day. It was amazing. The dude...
That's the one that we just watched. Yeah, amazing. Okay, yeah. What was it? Scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset, and lots of incorrect interpretations of scripture. Yeah, amazing. Wow, Stuart, you're so amazing.
Takes the high road better than anybody I know. Me, I'm more of a kind of a low road kind of guy.
I mean, honestly, I will say that I don't think Jay's being as low roady as he could be, you know? Like, he says fuck. Okay, he says fuck. He's a Christian who says fuck. It's still not that bad. Like, you're just speaking truth. It's not, I mean, aside from him maybe making some racist remarks about Venezuelans, but, like, aside from that, he's not really taking the low road. He's just speaking truth. Now, Stuart is in a pretty heated legal battle, so I don't think he can come out and take the low road with you, Jay. Like, I know your wife is also suing MONAT, but her lawsuit's bullshit. Stuart's actually has some credibility, I think, and I think it has some possibility to lead somewhere, if anything. But yeah, you could definitely take the low road, but like you're not. I don't think you're doing it now. I think you're just speaking your truth.
He's such. First of all, he's a magnificent speaker. So much of what he has to say is so faith-based, right? He's one of the most grounded.
Stuart's faith, like his own interpretation of faith, is what you're talking about there. Because from what I heard, and having understood the Bible very well, being a Christian of 25 years, who, as an adult, on my own volition, went to find an adult Bible study and studied the Bible. Yeah, it's not like I have like a degree like JJ does. Like JJ's very good at this stuff. But to be like, oh yeah, everything Stuart says is just like it's interpreted in his faith or blah blah blah. It's like, I don't think so. I like super don't think so. I think it's just Stuart's own interpretation, which is not God's word. It's Stuart's interpretation of God's word, you know?
In his faith people that I've ever met in my life. Now,
Hi,
some people that
Brianna.
doesn't resonate, other people it does. But it's important to put him into context. And what's happened over the past year, without him, this trust snowball has gone out of control, and nobody believes anything that's going on. When you lose 20 of your top leaders in 2 weeks, that kind of says something about it.
Yeah.
And there was somebody that said, well, every once in a while you need to have a purge. That's not the context. The right word that you were looking for was exodus. A purge is when you try and get rid of something.
Yeah, I mean, that's another phrase that we in the anti-MLM movement have been using for a long time to describe what happens when, and it's not just MONAT, every MLM really goes through like mass exoduses. Every modern one these days anyway. Any of the ones that you see online that get called out, you know, mass exoduses, exodi, happen a lot. It's not just MONAT, but that's terminology that we have been using here for a long time. So let's not try to, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be like, you can't educate people on this, Jay. You're not allowed to. I go for it, I guess. I mean, he's right. It is an exodus, what's happening, but yeah.
An exodus is when those people leave on their own. So you're telling me that MONAT needed to purge leaders? You needed to purge people? So many people have left, and more people are going. It's just, and it kind of makes me sad. It kind of does, because it never had to be that way. I wish it had never been that way.
Yeah, but it's great to see MONAT sinking. I love to see it. I wish more MLMs would do this. I hope Amari's next, since so many of your problematic coworkers went over there with you. So
Something else that made me really sad this weekend was I saw a bunch of people were sending me pictures and videos of the meeting that they just had in Oklahoma City. And I was looking at it and I'm like, this just doesn't make sense. There's like 50 people there. That meeting used to get every year a couple hundred people. I was there a few years back. Tony's been there a bunch of times. Stuart spoke there. A lot of people spoke there. And you know, when the company first started, Tony and I were the first ones. And we were in Chicago. And then that was like where the main roots were. And then you had this other team down in Oklahoma City and down into Texas. So really, that's kind of like the backbone, the spine of the company, is the middle of the country. And you got Florida, you got California too, but really the first ones came from Oklahoma City. So you could always depend on Chicago, Oklahoma City, Dallas, and Houston in the beginning, always getting fantastic crowds. Up through a couple years ago, they always had, no matter what meeting was going on, you had 200 people there. It was amazing. So how do you go from 200 people to 50 people? And it made me sad because I know a lot of the people that were in the video of these.
why is that sad? This is glorious. Shall we all rejoice in this? Because I'm ready to fucking rejoice, you know?
Caddy parade was like, not really even a parade. There was like hardly anybody there. And it got me thinking. And
it got me stinking.
I'm not going to say most, because that's not fair. Right now, in the company, the Oklahoma City crowd is the backbone of hypocrisy. And I don't say that lightly. And I've seen their team chats. And
Does anyone know, like, who he's specifically talking about? Because I don't know where any of these people live. Like, is he talking about, like, big names that we would know? He must be, right? If the Oklahoma City crowd is holding up MONAT. Interesting.
them attacking Stuart after the company announced he had left, and them attacking us, and all these people that you would expect not to be like that.
But but what that is, though, and that's what we talk about all the time, too, is that the moment you leave the cult, you're nothing to these people. As a matter of fact, they will, I guess, apparently, publicly try to destroy you, like he's describing now. He's just like, oh, yeah, they attacked me and Tony when we left, blah, blah. Yup, and I bet you thought those people were your friends before, huh? Yeah, and same thing with Amari. You better not leave Amari, because if you're making friends in Amari right now, they're not going to be your friends if you leave. It's the same shit's just going to happen again. I'm telling you, Jay. I'm telling you. Especially because so many of these people, all these new people in Amari came from MONAT. So, come on. They sashay away, dude. Oh, my bad. No. None of these Christians would ever sashay away. That's, because obviously drag is the root of all evil. That was a joke. No, it is not.
They're the first ones that attack Stewart
Amen.
and calling him. Well, I never thought he was a man of faith. And I know how much y'all like my receipts. I got all the chats. I got all.
Print it out again. Print it out so fucking small. Can you even read that?
Oh. People forget there's this thing called the internet, and people share things. People share pictures. People share screenshots. People send videos of your team calls, calling Stewart a liar, calling Tony the worst leader ever. Really? You want to go there? A
Yeah.
year ago, all you wanted was Tony to find another company. A year ago, all you wanted was Stewart to come to your events. A year ago, all you could think about was sending us messages about how nothing added up. And then, as soon as the shit hits the fan, the fear in you made you try and protect yourself and make it look like you're really a hardcore member of the cult.
I mean, they are though. Like you're talking about this like as a simile, like as if this is just like a comparison, a silly comparison you're making. The reality is, they are cult members. MONAT at this point, full blown cult, as far as I'm concerned.
That is a lie, right? That's lying. And I don't know about your God. My God really hates liars. And I ain't naming names,
My God is a flying spaghetti monster, so.
but it's all going to come out because this deserves it. This particular crowd of people deserves to be called out on their bullshit because those are the ones that, in my opinion, right now are hiding behind God. They're the ones that went to all the faith-based services. They're the ones that wanted Stewart to come and talk about it all. But as soon as things get a little different, they just loved and have loved and bet and will continue to love stabbing everybody in the back. Now, I'm not saying that they have a reckoning coming, but they probably will.
I mean, I feel that way about basically every Christian just because of how hypocritical. Well, okay, not every Christian. There are plenty of Christians who see the Bible for what it is, or people who just believe in God and they don't follow the Bible. Like, okay, I'm not talking about those people, but like all these people who are always shoving the Bible down people's throats, I think they're in for a reckoning too, you know? Because they're all hypocrites.
Because that's just not.
I've
what
printed
this
out
company
the
was
internet.
ever about. This company was about support. This company was about everything. And now this company isn't anyone's company. This company is floundering. This company is a sinking ship. It's horrible to watch it in real time. And that's what we've done. And that's why I'm
Define horrible, because I'm having a great time.
so proud of everybody that's left. I'm so proud of all these people that are going to Olive Tree and Lifeway and Amari because it's just.
Oh yeah, dude, Rinna, that's a good point. Rinna said, God doesn't hate liars. I thought it was love the sinner, hate the sin, Jay. Exactly. I thought God didn't have any hate in his heart at all. So, what's that about?
It makes me sad.
More interpretation of scripture that isn't the reality? I mean, none of the Bible is reality, but like, you know what I mean.
That what we all built together.
They're lip
is
syncing for
becoming
their
worthless.
lives.
Tell me how you go from an $800 million company to barely a $300 million company.
This is bugging
Back
me
in
again. I'm
2020,
sorry.
2021, $800 million a month. Now, excuse me, $800 million a year. Now, barely $300 million a year. And they're saying that that's true. They're basing everything about the new Visionary Founders
I don't know
School
why
on
it's doing that.
Doing $300 million a year. So, how do you get to $1 billion company after you are $300 million a year, right?
Oh, they won't ever become $1 billion company. They couldn't do it when they were at their peak. They're definitely not doing it now, especially when all their top leaders left.
Now, you're telling me that you're going to have 3 or 4 times growth? Really? That's impossible with the exodus that everyone is seeing right now. That's improbable. And it makes me
Fucking, it was improbable even before everyone left. Let's be honest.
sorry for the people they brought in to teach and coach and train the people. But it also makes me really happy that Todd Duncan and John Maxwell were able to get out of it.
Oh, hey,
because
Ruh-roh.
who would want them to be associated with this sinking ship of toxicity? It's horrible. It is just horrible. And that is the information, the feeling, the knowledge that the people have. And that's why they're leaving. It's not a lack of information. It's bullshit. That is just complete bullshit.
Tell
They're
'em.
leaving because they know. They're leaving because they know. They're leaving because they have the feels. And when you got feels, when you trust yourself and you go, then it's pretty
They're leaving because they have the feels, says Jay.
good. And, you know, my beautiful Buckeye friend a few days ago reached out to somebody and said that I was being slanderous. Actually, no.
Fat kitties
No, I was
behind my
pointing
chair.
out that what she said in the group was a complete lie. And pointing out that means that she's liable for the written word, and I can't be slanderous because I'm just pointing out her lie. So that, not semantics, but people don't know what they don't know.
I got the fat one.
Just all these comments, just thanks. I appreciate you all so much. And it's not easy coming and talking about the stuff, but it feels very cathartic. There's a lot of people that we've talked to over the past couple months, and
I'm sure it does feel cathartic, and that's part of the reason why I'm glad that Jay's doing this, because I know that it's healing for him to like get all this out. I mean, I believe it is anyway. I just wish that, I think his next step would be to realize that all MLMs are pretty much the same. All of this shit is just gonna happen over and over again in every company. And then I want to hear him admit to, take responsibility for the things that he's done,
the last year and everything. And it breaks my heart when everybody is having the same problems and they're not getting answers. And the gaslighting, right? The gaslighting is just horrible. And
She's
trying to
drooling.
make us to be the
Ew.
wrong people. And I mean us as the market partners, foreign market partners, people that have left. Somehow it's all our fault. Well, I said it before, all they're doing right now is rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. I wish that there was a better positive spin, but there's just not. And when you attack Stuart McMillan, one of the nicest human beings in the world.
This is what I was talking about. I was talking about this earlier, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, when I was like, dude, Stuart is not the nicest person ever. He allegedly made an Instagram account to troll the trolls, being us anti-MLMers. We found out it was him because Instagram used to have this thing where like you could enter a username and then be like, okay, now enter your password, and then you could click the forgot password button, and then it would be like, oh, we're sending a code to, and then it would have the last 2 digits of someone's phone number, like whoever the account owner's phone number, and then it would also be like, or do you want us to email, and then it would have it censored out where you could see the first like letter or two, and then it would be like a bunch of stars and then .net. So like when you looked up the trolling the trolls Instagram account, it had the same last 2 digits and the same parts of the email address that you could see as Stuart McMillan's main account. So that's how we figured out it was most likely him. Anyway, nice people don't do that shit. Listen, Stuart, if you got something to say, just fucking say it to our faces. Like, yeah, he was saying a lot of ad hominem shit, but guess what? He couldn't do that because it would make him as a person look bad. So he had to hide behind a fucking account. Okay? Like, you're gonna sit here and be like, he's the nicest person in the world. No. Hashtag no. Itty is I think she's like 7? We got her when Sparrow was a baby, and Sparrow's 8. So I think she's probably about she'd be turning 7 next month, I think. I think is how it works. But oh yeah, she's super drooly and disgusting. I love her.
You attack him as somehow he had something to do with all of this. That
Cat
is
hair.
just absurd. And anybody knows him knows that I'm telling the truth.
I mean, I don't know him, but all I need to know is that nice people, and just how Stuart said, oh, nice people don't have to run around and talk about how nice they are all the time. I mean, but nice people also don't create fake Instagram accounts to troll people. So, yeah, he can't even troll correctly. He couldn't even put, like, a different email address.
And these OKC hypocrites somehow blaming him and stabbing him and Tony in the back. And not just him and not just her. All the people that have left.
He's so nice,
It's
he ran a
crazy to
Ponzi
me
scheme.
that
Exactly.
It really is more of a cult than I ever thought it was. And it makes me really wish that I had really been honest with myself years ago.
Okay, hey, that's a good first step, Jay. We love that. Wishing that you, okay, because hindsight's 20/20, right? Wishing that you had seen things in through the realistic glasses and not through rose-tinted glasses. What am I trying to say? By seeing things for what they were back then, wishing that you had seen them that way, that's enough to admit, like, okay, maybe I behaved incorrectly. I partook in some things that I shouldn't have. I want to hear him admit to it. I want to hear him say he's sorry for saying this and doing this and blah, 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 blah. He's not there yet. I'm hoping in the future he is. However, it's going to be really hard if he's still married to Tony Van Schoik, because I don't see her leaving the industry. I really don't.
Right now, feels great to be out. Feels great to be talking to you. Feels great to be sharing all these similar stories and similar situations. It just feels like finally able to breathe. We've had an amazing month. It's been so cool reconnecting with a lot of former MONAT market partners and talking about these things. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there right now.
Amari is definitely just as much a cult. I would even say, like, based on the products and stuff, I think there's more control over personal life choices, you know, because there's like that health aspect involved. Like, MONAT didn't have that. It was just like, oh, your hair looks nice, but like, it goes a lot deeper with Amari, and yeah, I don't like it.
I have a lot of questions. You've all been messaging us and stuff and things. Keep it up. If there's any question I can ever answer for you, just let me know. Happy to talk about anything. That's another thing. With the exception of 2 people, it's been, everyone's response to me has been overwhelmingly positive. There was one person on Stewart's Live a couple days ago that was using a fake account who's still in MONAT, who lives in Illinois.
I mean, you reap what you sow. Stuart did the same fucking thing, so you definitely cannot sit here and be like, oh, poor Stuart, someone made a fake account and trolled him. Okay, you reap what you sow. Isn't that in the Bible? Reaping what you sow? Huh.
Who was trying to make it appear like they were an olive tree person and questioning Stuart. Is really goofy. It didn't make any sense. And then there was another person about a month ago that asked why I would say anything and damage their business. I don't know. I don't know if you can't handle the truth. I don't know what your...
That's giving Jay way too much credit. Like, and if speaking the truth is damaging your business, then your business is shit. How about that?
business is about if it's not about truth. So
no, Becca, I don't think they should be.
I just appreciate y'all so much.
But he is.
And thank you for supporting my family. If you are a friend of Stewart's, reach out to him. This has not been easy for him. He built this. He started all this.
Poor Stuart. Reach out to him and make sure Stuart's okay, cause the Urdaneters are being mean.
Like, okay, listen, I have no doubt in my mind that this has not been an easy process for Stuart. It wouldn't be an easy process for anybody, but like, Stuart, come on. You did this shit for almost 10 years. Come on.
The love of the community and everything was part of him. It's part of Tony.
I don't know if Jay is on the lawsuit, on Tony's lawsuit. It might just be Tony suing MONAT. Because I don't know if Jay was actually a market partner. He probably was. I don't know. I think he is with Amari now, though. I feel like I remember hearing someone say that they both have their own accounts or something. But I don't know. He might not be held to, like, I don't want to say a gag order because it wouldn't be that, but like he might not have to be as silent as Tony, you know?
It's part of Kendall. It's part of the Kimbros. All these people that have left, you know, you should reach out to them. And like I was talking about how proud I am of a lot of you that have left. Now, why don't you tell them too? It would mean a lot to them. And they all are the best people. I can't imagine. And I don't really want to go off on a tangent here, but I already kind of am. But Kyle's an amazing human being. Kyle was one of the guys that made it okay for me to do the business. There was a lot of guys.
I don't know who Kyle is.
He was one of the ones that really made it okay for guys to talk about shampoo. And we were on stage together. We did calls together. He did all kinds of videos for everything. And I know this wasn't easy for him and Joe, so really proud of those two. And everybody, right? So that's all I have for tonight. Sorry it was a little longer than I wanted to be. But thanks, Rihanna. I appreciate that. Thanks. And right, Katie? I know, we all used to be sad. I'm getting over the sadness.
Oh,
I'm just kinda
polychrome.
pissed because I really want all of my other
Good point.
friends to get out of there. Hope we can arrange some sort of way to decult them because it's not fair. And I just,
Monica.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're out. I love this new adventure we're on. So proud of Tony and our kids. They've embraced it and made some new friends, reinforced some old friends, and it feels like there's this new vibe that's kind of taken over with the
Yeah, you're pretty much in the honeymoon phase. You know, you're in a new relationship. You're in a new relationship with a new MLM, and everything feels fresh and new. That feeling will wear off, and you're gonna realize it's the same old shit eventually. You know, don't take it from me. But if you do take it from me, it might save you a little bit of hardship.
these calls and things and the comments and the talking that we have and the communication that we all have together. So I'm extremely grateful for all of you. yeah, that's all I got. So I'm going to go down another rabbit hole. Love you all. Thank you so much. Like I said, if you have anything you need to talk about, reach out. Happy to talk about anything. And have a great rest of your Sunday. Mwah. Bye.
He did the kiss thing again. Ew, why'd you do that, Jay? Stop it, Jay. Wow, guys. That's all I have for us tonight. That was kind of a lot, huh? So that's what's going on in MONAT. So if he wasn't a brand partner, why does he keep saying we're out, we left? So it was Tony and her team. I mean, I think it's just a matter of, you know, obviously he was involved in a lot of MONAT shenaniganery. Like, he was just basically viewed as, like, him and Tony were a duo, pretty much. Like, he was involved, so